dude. Okay, we're going live. Testing.
You test these nuts.
I definitely made the cut.
I'm so glad. I hope it did, dude.
100% live.
I hope it did.
That's a great
Oh, wait.
start.
That's not big. Oh.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, episode 47, STONKS. This is the #1 watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's podcast in the world. Maybe one of the only ones. I'm not going to get into how many, the quantity of these amount of podcasts, but we appreciate you making us #1. Thank you, guys. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Kaizo versus Rook. Corporate Kaizo, as I'm calling him, versus
Corporate
Rook.
Warrior, right? Is that what he calls
Corporate Warrior Kaizo. We have a crazy 48 summary coming up, and I'm sure you guys know the duel in 48 based on the preview. A Tiger versus Asana.
Yep.
So we will be making our picks on Tiger versus Asana a little later on in the show. We got the breaking news that Opening 2 is confirmed. It is coming. Episode 53, June 20th. So we have a little over a month before Opening 2 begins. We will be covering that news entirely. I'll be playing some of the band for Pete and Nick T. You guys can hear them as well if you have not already. And we are going to be just going over what we think of the band and some expectations and maybe some visual aspects that we want to see in that opening. And of course, we got the 49 summary as well, which heavily indicates what the final 3 duels of this season are going to be. Predictable, but I'm still very, very excited for it. I think we have 4 really fascinating duels coming up. But before we can get into any of that, God bless Nick Yagi. I lost a bet.
Yeah, you did.
I lost a bet. I made a bet with X-Slayer. I made a bet with a lot of people that Nick Yagi would not win a duel. And I said if he loses, I have to eat a hot wing live on stream.
Shroom, you did say that.
We got hot wings. We got wings. I got plenty of wings. I got normal wings as well, so we're going to be eating dinner while we're doing this.
We're going to be dipping some of the wings. We have the hot ones right there.
I got curly fries. We got the very, very hot wings, the hottest wings that they had.
Yep.
And I think to kick off this stream, I'm going to read everyone who donated last week, because that's the way we always do it. We are going to each eat a hot wing. You guys are going down this journey with me.
More than one.
You don't have to.
I'm going to.
They're going down this journey with
do
me.
It for you.
Thank you. You guys are the best. We're going to each eat a hot wing. Calibro is not here. Calibro wanted.
Should we tell them why?
Yeah, do you want me to go?
Yeah,
I usually defer to you guys. Calibro did not like the message of this episode.
Hey, this is a very him episode, and he just...
I actually thought of him as Kaizo.
Yeah, well, he felt like it was very anti-corporate, this episode. Yeah. And as someone who has sold his soul to corporations time and time again, he felt like this episode was not one that he felt comfortable discussing in any way. And he opted not to be here, which we all respect his decision.
No, I get it.
Yeah. But it's interesting that you said that, because I thought of Calibro immediately as I was watching this.
And honestly, on my end, this is the episode that radicalized me. I'm ready. I'm taking corporates down. Corporations are going.
So in turn, you're taking Caliber down.
I mean, I have to.
So you're publicly call him out right now.
Sorry, I mean, we're friends. I love you, but you're going down, Cal.
So the reason we addressed it early is because Calibro usually comes like in the middle for a little bit, or he doesn't come at all. He's usually not here
right now.
Excuse me?
He said he's here right now.
Is he actually?
Yes.
I don't think you saw that beginning of monologue.
He literally said, OMG,
right.
Here we go. I am sick, guys.
That's right. Yeah, he's sick. Caliber, we hope you feel
He's
better.
sick of corporations going down.
Dude, he saw that Stockbuster Brook monster. He's like, oh god.
And that was it. He saw Dogecoin drop earlier this week. Killed his whole spirit.
Shiba Inu coin. Yeah, he wasn't about it.
Yeah.
So Calibro, we love you, man. We hope you feel better. I know this episode really did upset you, but yeah, we have a lot to talk about. So get those wings busted out, guys. I want you to put some on your plates.
Here we go. Here we go.
I want to thank every single one of you who donated in the last stream. There's 2 ways to donate to this channel. You can use the link down in the description. I get a much larger percentage of that. Or you can use the super chat feature that YouTube has. Whatever you're more comfortable with. If you choose to support me that way, just know I hate hot wings, dude.
Try Jarret STONKS.
This is
Jarret's a STONKS kind of man.
Dude, Jarret,
I'm only having one.
a big STONKS guy.
I'm
Come on, bro.
I'm only having one. I can't eat hot.
One for the moment.
I'm just gonna...
So there's, again, 2 ways, but either way, we greatly appreciate it. I want to thank everyone who donated in the last Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up. This is the only way that I think it's appropriate to start these podcasts. I want to give a big thank you to Blake Engelbrecht, Nick Schoner, Kaio Cesar Campos, Adola Burst, Janeth Ernst, X-Slayer, Pat Karanjeet, T-Pink Staff, Electric Kevin, Nicholas Horton, Goose, Alan Wilkinson, Drago Blue, Jack Knight, Nick Yagi, Macalaxy, TNX Rail, Mega Karibo, and Limestone. I want to give a special thank you to Adola Burst, who yesterday on Twitch cheered the largest amount of bits I've ever received in a cheer. Maddie.
That guy's insane.
Yeah, 15,000.
Oh my god!
I know. Maddie, that guy is insane. I don't know if you're here, man, but because I know you're still have a lot of catching up to do on Sevens, but I love you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I wrote to him about JJK. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, but he didn't get back to me yet, so I assume he's busy with
He's
work.
probably working. Yeah, he's a busy guy, but he'll definitely answer. So, to everyone that donates, I cannot tell you, I cannot understate how much it helps.
He's here. By the way.
He is here. Maddie, we love you. So, I'm sure he's answered you by now. But, if not, it's all good. The studio is the way it is because of you. So, thank you, guys. I think it's time to eat a hot wing.
Oh, it is.
I'm eating it, right?
You're eating it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Are you guys, is it okay? Is it hot?
I mean, I like hot, so I'm alright.
I like hot.
All right.
I just want to see you suffer. That's what I'm here for.
Is this going to be like that one time I tried a cigarette and I couldn't stop coughing for like 20 minutes?
It's good, babe.
That's probably
That was one of the grossest moments of my life.
I forgot about that
so
moment.
bad, bro. When did you try a cigarette?
Oh my god.
Story.
You're right. You're fine.
Come on.
I've had things way hotter.
I feel like I can breathe fire, dude.
I'm sweating a little bit. I enjoy it.
Thank you, Razor Shark.
Oh my god. I have to eat this whole thing?
Yeah, you're eating the whole bottle.
You're drinking the rest of the sauce.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's
Dude,
fine.
You're right though. This place's wings are great.
Dude, I still feel the burning in my
You
throat.
don't know the motto? Wings be your sport.
Is that
No, we did not get them from Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh my god, that is hot, dude. That is hot. I still feel the burning on my tongue. I've drank 3 swigs of water.
First of all, you're supposed to drink milk, not water.
Does water enhance it?
Yeah.
It doesn't really help it, yeah. You're supposed to drink milk.
Why did no one tell me that? I don't eat hot foods.
What do we want to see you suffer?
Thank you
So I gotta
for
do it
the
without milk?
dono.
If I dip it in the ranch, would that
It should.
help?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. I'll definitely all about
God, this is brutal.
Cal said XC's fire breathing dill dragon.
I use that monster as my ace.
Oh my
We
god.
haven't fried.
I hate Nick Yagi, dude.
He cooked this up for you.
Oh my god, that is hot,
I think
dude.
it's delicious.
It's really good.
I get mild everywhere I go.
I don't know.
That is true. A lot of times you don't get sauce
That's a
at all.
lie. Yeah, most of the time you don't get sauce.
Yeah, I get plain wings. I don't get sauce. Honey mustard is a little.
He's a
has
boring
kick.
kind of guy.
What?
Honey mustard. That's
Honey mustard is a kick
Thank
for me.
you
This is
for
oh my
the
God, dude.
dono.
He'll be alright. Yeah, he needs you say his milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I run up and get milk?
If you
Okay, if you want to.
Oh my god.
you're actually gonna do it. Plain wings equals chicken tenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Cal.
Yeah, Cal's. Yeah, no, ban him.
I'm banning him.
Demod him.
Ban him.
It'll hurt more.
I can't. Oh, I can block him, but I can't.
Ban him. Honey, wah, wah, wah.
I was starving for the record, so this is great.
This
We
stuff.
haven't fed Nick T in weeks.
Dude, I'm a monster right now.
Hex Slayer, you want? Oh my god, dude! Every time I swallow, it just burns my throat.
Do a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Are these really not hot for you?
They're hot. I'm like.
Got a little kick to it.
Yeah, it's
That's
got a
fine.
kick. It's nice.
Oh my god.
A little bit of a sweet heat. I'm enjoying it.
Ooh, I like
Maybe
that
it's
sweet
maybe it's a
sweet.
side effect from the vaccine. that's
Yeah.
affecting me so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
definitely
affects
makes you vulnerable to heat. That's a good point.
So
Spices.
Caliber's been sick from that for 3 weeks.
Calibro, let me tell you something about Calibro.
Oh my
Calibro, guy's soft. I'm just gonna say it.
This is for Nick Yagi, by the way.
No, Nick Yagi, thank you.
Thank you. So you really like.
By the way, I bought wings for everyone. That was for Nick Yagi.
Yeah.
So Nick Yagi.
No, thank you, Nick Yagi.
You let him bless this meal.
Bless.
That's how I feel. You good?
You'll be alright. If you want to get milk, get milk.
Then we can continue the stream.
You got a lot of talking to do tonight.
My lips are like tingling.
Yeah, that happens.
It's normal.
That's fine.
I don't like that feeling.
Oh, yeah.
People, how do people enjoy? How are you guys fine with this?
It's good.
The chicken is good.
Yeah.
Your mouth's not on fire.
I mean,
It's warm.
It's tingly.
Yeah.
Feeling it. A little
I hate you guys.
sensation in the
You guys are
nostril.
making me sound like such a weakling.
No, it's it does like I got a little sweat to me, but like
Oh my
I enjoy
God.
it.
How many did you guys eat? All 3 of them?
I had 3, yeah.
No, I think actually Nick G gave me another one.
Yeah. There's like 3 more in there I might have.
Well, have them. I ate 1. I'm done.
Yeah, he's eating up.
Holy shit.
He's eating up.
Well, there we go.
Bless Nick Yagi.
Bless Nick Yagi. We should have said a prayer for them.
Yeah, we should have said grace, but Nick Yagi.
I did say bless
Four
Nick
left.
Yagi at the
You want
start.
2 and 2?
I'm good right now.
You sure?
Yeah.
Right, I'll still leave 2 for you.
I'm choking on water.
I'll still leave 2 for you.
Oh my god.
That was
I went down the
that
wrong
was
pipe.
brutal. You okay? I hate when that happens.
That was worse than the spice.
You mind holding that?
I just had water just go right down my air
You all
belt.
right?
All right, well,
I know you're dying, but
that was our hot wing challenge.
There we go. Thank you. I
They're
appreciate
fine.
it.
I mean, we got the hottest one on the menu.
Yeah. It said hot in parentheses.
Very good.
Have you had hotter?
Yes.
I've definitely
But
had hotter.
this is good. But I enjoy this. I've had hotter and not enjoyed it.
Yeah. Remember when Cluck You had the 911 when you were allowed
You
to have it?
you had 911?
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's burned people's taste buds off.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why it's not on the menu anymore.
No, I know. And why you had to sign a waiver when it was on the
Sure,
menu.
it's true. Case of heart
Oh,
attack.
God. Okay, well, oh man, that was I'm not a spicy guy.
Joe said almost the same exact thing just now.
No, not a spicy food guy. That was brutal.
You're not alone. There's a few people in here that say that.
That was not enjoyable. I don't know how people enjoy hot foods, like foods that burn your mouth. I just don't understand it. I respect it. I don't understand it. Just one of those things I'll never.
It's like, why do people like horror movies?
True.
Your parents are avid fans.
My parents are.
Some
avid
people
fans.
are
Pete's a fan
into
of horror.
some people into gore.
All right.
Some
people
people
like
classify gore porn sometimes because that's how brutal it gets.
yeah,
That's
that's like the
like
point of the movie.
like the Saw movies. They're kind of like that.
I was just gonna say, like this, the heavy slashers. Yeah.
Exactly.
The slinging slash.
The hash
Hashtag slasher. All right. Well, chat. That was our intro because I lost. I think it's time to start the now discussion.
Yeah.
So, episode 47. I did not do a review for this episode. I meant to. I've just been so busy this week, and I ended up instead covering the news on the new opening change.
Yes.
Which we're gonna get to the new opening change. That's on our agenda, pretty high on our agenda.
It better be.
But general thoughts on the episode, which I actually have not given yet at the time of recording. So you guys that are here, first thoughts on it. I think I liked it more than the average person. Getting a vibe for how people felt about it. A lot of people seem to be pretty down on it. I've seen a lot of people say this is probably the worst of the season so far. And while I think I liked it more than like Rook versus the Astronaut, so I don't think I'd say it was the worst for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved the corporate tones that this episode had. Absolutely loved it. I said when Chicago and Sebastian took on each other in a duel, I said if you're a certified massage therapist, you probably love that duel. It's acupuncture versus massage therapy. You probably love that duel if you're in the world of acupuncture or massage therapy. Or if you get a massage every 2 weeks and you have a strong opinion on that aspect, you probably loved Sebastian versus Chicago because it hit for you personally. I don't have any stakes in that debate, so it completely missed for me. It did nothing for me. This duel, I have a bachelor's in business marketing.
Yep.
I understand the corporate world very well. And so I loved the episode. I really did for that reason. The duel itself was nothing special. Kaizo is, I'm going to bring it back.
Bring it back.
F Kaizo. I'm not going to say it with
Jarret said it too.
I'm not going to say it with the expletive.
I want you to say it with the expletive.
I'm not going to say it with the expletive. But as someone who, knows a lot about the corporate side of the world and corporate America, because and I'm sure corporate Japan is probably very similar.
Sure.
Especially knowing how hard they work and how the
That's why he
hours
has the
that they
energy
work.
drink.
That the 5-hour energy reference was hilarious. When he literally takes the energy drink, gains 500 life points, and then gets this caffeine burst. Absolutely a reference to the 5-hour energy drink, which I've had many times. So I thought that was hilarious. All in all, I loved a lot of the references this episode had.
Yep.
Goha Double Six, haven't really loved what they've done with them. They're just a complete clown show. I guess they were never meant to be important. They were meant to be the next top of Hexagon. Are they going to do anything relevant? Probably not. I do love the deeper message in this episode that I think a lot of people might not have picked up on. I think a lot of people didn't pick up on this, but the message of this episode: do not base your entire identity and livelihood around your job.
Yes.
Do not do that. And that was 100% the message of this episode. And that's something that I've seen with a lot of friends of mine. I've seen with my parents, especially, you know, my father to a degree, where they get so dedicated and devoted to their job. Dad's situation is a little different. He owns his own business, so it's a little different. But you get so dedicated to a company or to a corporation, and maybe there's some people in that corporation that do care about you, but at the end of the day, you are just a cog in a wheel. Like I'm an adjuster. I'm a claims adjuster at an insurance company. Do I think my supervisor and my director value me as an employee? I do. I do. I think my coworkers value me as well. But as an overall person, I'm just a cog in a wheel. I'm replaceable. I understand that. And I'm ultimately okay with that because I don't base my entire identity around my life, my job. I don't base my entire identity around my job. I don't get happiness based on solely how my job is doing and how my company is doing and how I'm performing my job. And that's a very important message because you don't want to end up like the members of YUGIOHPICKEM, where they are 66 years old, you are retiring, you are supposed to be riding off into the sunset, never working again, and you feel like you have to overthrow your old company because you are so dissatisfied with your life and with how that company treated you. Were we just faceless, useless employees of that company? You were. Wow. And most of us will be. But you know what? You have to be okay with that. You know, enjoy time with family, enjoy time with friends, enjoy time with loved ones. Do things you love doing when you're not working. That's ultimately how you will be able to retire wealthy, not even in terms of a money sense, in terms of a loving life sense.
Absolutely.
And you have 66 men who are completely bitter with how their lives turned out. It's your own fault. I'm sorry. And that's basically what YUGIOH6. So I loved the overarching message from this episode that I think a lot of people may have missed. And it's those sorts of messages that made me really appreciate this episode. I think more than the average person, which is completely fine. So I didn't think it was a magnificent episode, but I liked the episode quite a bit for those messages. Nick T, Pete. We'll start with Nick T.
Sure.
Your thoughts?
First of all, I wasn't that monologue blindsided me a little bit. That was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Because I absolutely agree. I think that is a pretty big message here. I mean, they were obviously very dissatisfied with their time at Goha, and
that's your retirement party. You're supposed to be having a great time, and
and
instead you're planning to overthrow the company.
Absolutely, I think it's a good message. And I think there are a few reasons I really like this episode, actually. One being, yes, we already knew as of last episode that like YUGIOH6 was kind of a joke, but I had questions still, like why were like older people, especially, of course it's a show, it's a fantasy show, but like why were they just banding together to stop kids, right? It was weird. At least we got an answer this episode. It was a group of retirees, you know. It kind of gave a reason behind the movement in a way. So I really did appreciate that because there was a reason for organizing. And other than that, of course, I'm happy Kaizo's back. Of course, he's a piece of garbage, but that's kind of what I love about him. You know, he goes back.
Did you feel bad for him?
No, not at all.
Okay, neither did I.
No. There are moments that I like Kaizo, who redeems himself, and there are moments that I'm like, you're an idiot, and you just want power. And you know, and he goes back and forth, and that's maybe he'll redeem himself, and we'll like him again. But right now, he's a corporate shill, and he deserved to get destroyed. I think it's really what it comes down to. I really liked all the corporate imagery on his side and the dueling aspect. The one shot of Rook's monster getting demoted, hysterical. I just enjoyed it. I mean, I also enjoyed the fact that not that YUGIOH6 got defeated, but they got physically defeated by Tiger. So that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise it wasn't like stellar, but it wasn't. I enjoyed it. I thought it was an enjoyable episode.
Yeah. I gotta say it. Fuck Kaizo.
Yeah, you know, I'm happy you done
it. He has his good moments, and then he goes right back down the chute of just being a horrible, I can't even say human being, creation.
Yeah.
He just sucks. And I think Entame...
He just sucks.
Yeah, and then I think Entame said it correctly on Twitter of just like, she like laid out like all the things that like he does on a normal basis, like when he is normal drone Kaizo, and like, he's an ass. Like, he's creepy to Roman. He's always sabotaging. He's always... I mean, look, the last time we really saw him he was encouraging and aiding in Rook's rise to power and painting the whole school blue.
Right.
Until Tiger stepped in.
Rook didn't force him to do that.
He was just as
he
part of
literally
that
said-
as Rook was. And they were best buddies in that episode. So when you come back as this new and improved, 6 agent, kind of messed up that the first person you want to invite to your festival of whatever, blood or whatever the hell it was, is Rook.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that about?
And Entame and that team went a little harder on those subs and said, like, that was like one of the like really
toned down
like more like effed up things that anyone has said in this show. Where it's like the way that he said it was literally like, we need to kill you like to like demonstrate our power.
I thought that was one of the most effed up scenes in a while, and definitely in the episode of like, this show can be very light, and it's fine if it stays light, but strapping them in that imagination of Kaizo to a table and saying we're going to alter how you act, like, and that's where you were getting at, like, what the hell? Like, Kaizo, like, that's pretty dark. Like, that's messed up. Like, these people have backed you up, and yeah, they might rag on you sometimes, but ultimately I still think they regard you as a valuable member, or did, of that team. To just, he so easily trades all the time.
He does. You saying that actually reminded me, like, and forgive me for being a little philosophical here, but I feel like there's like something to be said about him like resenting being modified in the first place, and that's why this is a punishment for them. The fact that that's a punishment for them reflects that he feels like his modifications were punishment. Like, he was just a drone before Yuga modified him, and now look, he's sentient. He's like forced to do all these things. He's changed as Yuga needs him.
Yeah, but he's taking shots
Oh,
at
I don't
other
think it's-
drones
yeah.
early on in the show, saying how much better he was because he was modified. So now all of a sudden things didn't go your way and you don't like it.
Exactly.
Also, one of the scenes in the flashbacks that he had when he was talking about how much he's been abused was the shot where Yuga, Rook, Roman, and Gakuto were angry at him.
Yeah.
And they had the red outline. I think it was the Ronze and Galleon episode. And remember why they were angry?
When they were trapped in the building, right?
They were angry at him because they sent Kaizo to get help, and he fought Sebastian the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not only that, was that confirmed that that's how they reacted, or was that just his imagination of what he expected to happen when he got back? So, like, you could say half the things that have happened to him, or just him thinking it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't make him right at all.
No.
So, fuck Kaizo. I will say it again. He's the worst. He really is.
That is why I love him, but
I shouldn't even be surprised that it was him. And, like, I think a few of you guys said last week that, like, that could end up being Kaizo.
That was good guesses. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be.
It totally was.
That was
but
good guesses.
I thought more, if we go away from that, I want to shout out Rook a little bit here. Rook does not get any love on this podcast or the show.
We really clown on him a bit.
Rightfully so, a lot of times, right? We didn't like what he did at the end of the Schwer kind of duel.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moments of his idiocy and things like that. But you know what? Kaizo called him stupid and an idiot in this episode. And he threw it right back at him when he was about to beat him. And at the end, I think he did one of the most heartfelt things he's ever done on the show, is that he reassured Geta and Yushiro that, hey, like, Roa's with Yuga. And this is not even entirely true. He kind of just white lied for a good reason of saying, like, he's with them because he wanted to investigate what's going on. You think, like, he would have joined the team of you guys if it was just about Otis? So he white lied a little bit, but it was the right way to do it because he reassured them to kind of find who they were again, because they're very lost of what was going on. And I thought that was one of the most heartfelt things he's done in the show. So for this week alone at the moment, I want to give a shout out to him.
That's a good point, actually. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Because they needed emotional support. I mean, that's why they were so susceptible to Kaizo being like, look.
My one hope for that is that Geta and Ushido, when they find Roa, don't apologize to him.
No,
I mean,
he owes them the apology.
I hope that's not what happens. I hope they don't start to feel guilty about leaving him for the tournament. I hope that's not what happens. Right. But, I thought Roman was going to be the one to give that speech and to kind of get them back on the right path.
Yeah.
And I would have given her a lot of credit.
We theorized that would happen.
Yeah, and she did not. It was Rook. So you know what? I got to give Rook credit there. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Rook was good in this episode.
He was.
This was a good Rook episode.
One of the best ones in a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would definitely agree with that. Nick T.
Yes.
And mainly Pete. Actually, I'm going to jump to Pete real quick. Your thoughts on Double Six?
Thought it was pretty trash. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Just was not feeling it. I don't need the show to be dark. I see there's a lot of conversation here. Yes, I like dark shows typically. But this show doesn't have to be that. However, there's a difference between that and me even caring about a character. And I think this problem with the show does when it is too light and not more in the middle is that they're too gaggy. And I thought this was a very gag moment. They did 2 of these actually in the episode. One was double six. And one was with the ramen guy. Really did not like that. I really thought that joke did not land for me. I thought it was very
baiting.
It was baiting, and it's exactly what I despise in a show, no matter how light or dark it is. Of when you bait an audience like that, to leave it on that ominous shot last week, for him to just be watching something on his phone and he's just weirdly laughing like that. I hated that. I thought that was the worst moment in the episode for me, and honestly the worst moment in the arc so far. I despise that moment. I hated that. Yeah. And then with double six, great monologue. I think I didn't even think about it in that way of the point of them. I guess it just also, did they not get treated right in retirement as well? Are they getting cut out on some of those benefits too? And that's why they kind of want to take back over Goha. It just seems like everything lands back in Maximum Mountain. Now the server's apparently here as well. So, but
which I think might also make sense given like that's where the entire set of the Maximums were in the first place. Like, why choose to bury them first of all at all?
Yeah, I guess it makes sense that the server's there.
They were totally a top of Hexagon too. We didn't even see them duel. We didn't see even a life point drain out of them.
We don't know if they dueled. They might have been just physically...
Maybe they are all physically assaulted, but they were smacked.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it wasn't even a challenge. And he's like, oh, this is why
His suit's ripped.
He goes, this is why I hate elementary schoolers. And I'm like, how many other experiences have you had with kids this age that are just beating the crap out of you? So, like, I was like, okay. But, yeah, just a bunch of boomers and completely useless.
Yeah, I would agree. At least with Top of Hexagon, we got Mimi out of that. And at least with Top of Hexagon, we got Nail to build up to him versus Yugioh when he just obliterated them, incinerated. We were like, holy shit, like, this is legit. Yeah. I didn't feel that way with Asana Tiger, because I don't even... They're already so established, mainly Asana and Tiger, and even Galleon, I would say, that it just didn't feel that same feeling when Nail 1v5'd everyone. Just didn't feel that same.
Because that was like, it gave a little bit of that. I think it's just the way they were built up, and I think that's what was frustrating, which connects to the Ramen Man of, like, their secret, which was them just having a filter meeting of just like airing out all their problems and whining about what didn't happen to them in their life. Like that was the deep dark secret. I was like, okay. I thought actually the best part of that scene was Ronze coming out of absolutely the ceiling tile.
Like, you're still here.
The ceiling tile, and jump down, and Neo just wants nothing to do with her. She is trying so hard to work for him.
He's literally like, you're still here.
Yeah. It's that's the best part.
Yeah. That was a good comedic moment. The one thing that I'm very interested to see if it changes in the second season, that I think Sevens has lacked in comparison to other Yu-Gi-Oh shows, and I'm very high on Sevens, I think is the villains. Yeah. I think that's the one category that you can look at now and say, yeah, Sevens has definitely lacked in evil and well-written villains. Because I can't, like, I look back at Avrains and I say, okay, Lightning, villain.
Right.
Bowman, villain.
Easy.
I look at an Arc 5, Yuri was a villain for most of it, although, I don't know, Arc 5's a little bit. Jean-Michel Raget, say what you want about him. Classic, exactly. And then we'll leave, the Arc 5's a bad example, but, 5D.
Marek.
Right, Marek, my favorite of all time. You look back at them and you're like...
What I got going on with Godwin in 5D.
Godwin in 5D.
He's very intimidating.
Yeah. And with Sevens, the way they've done it is they haven't really had a villain. They've kind of had like mini bosses with Roa,
who joined the team later,
who end up joining the team. Right. So when I look at those three characters, and I love those three characters, they're not villains. Yeah. And so your villains are Goha 66. Your villains are Mr. Goha.
I'm still holding out for Mr. Goha.
The
last time redeemed him in a way where I'm like, there's something more here where I believe that you could end up being intimidated.
That's true.
Yeah, I actually think that was the most disturbing moment of Sevens, in my opinion, so far, is the fact that Mimi literally was not allowed to have control. Like, he literally took it over. I'm like, that's crazy.
I think for me still is literally the previous guy inside of his head.
Oh my!
Just
Oh, okay.
dead.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
he just died.
Yeah,
Right,
And
that's
we
also-
didn't
yeah.
care.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Maybe second. Because that's the worst.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that I'm interested to see if that changes in season 2, knowing we're getting season 2 very, very soon. And I think it will. And you know what? It could end up being that maybe Otis. We also don't know what role he's going to play in the show. If he ends up being a villain, I could take a look back at it and say, wow, Otis pulling the strings the way that he was.
Brilliant.
And especially if you maybe do it in a more creepy way when that gets revealed, he could end up being a fantastic villain. So there's still hopes, but in these first 50 episodes, the top of Hexagon, complete bust. Goha 66, maybe even more of a bust.
Yeah.
So
Definitely more of a bust. Because at least Top of Hexagon was working for Mr. Goha, right?
And had Mimi and served the purpose with Neil, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Goha 6, like, they were just literally retirees that want to reset the server.
Yeah, yeah.
Or take over the server.
Sevens has been great. And you know what? You don't need amazing villains for a show to be good.
No.
I've very much enjoyed Sevens, and the villains have not
Exactly.
been there. But because the way they've done it with having these bosses for the arcs, that's been a very good substitute for the villains. But that can't last.
It can't.
Especially now that those 3 characters are on Yuga's side,
Right.
and they're all going to be fighting for a common goal going into season 2, and even at the end here of season 1. There's got to be a villain that's going to step
We're
up.
into like the 5th or 6th arc, and like we're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, no, you
There's
can't.
just no way.
You can't. So that'll be fascinating to keep an eye on, and maybe it will be Mr. Goha. But Pete, you wanted to say something?
No, I saw a couple people saying in here that you could view these like mini bosses, like in Asana and Neil and Roa, as rivals. I wouldn't even argue that, because I feel like that's another thing this show lacks. Is not to hate on Sevens tonight, because the episode was okay, but I've loved this arc so far. But this show doesn't have a clear rival, and I think that has really hurt the show, in my opinion. Because think about it, like, let's just go back to Vrains, right? Because that's what people here know, and what we know, what we started with, right?
Yeah.
Revolver was out and out, clearly a rival and a villain in some ways through the first, arc. And then even the last 2 or 3, I know he joined the team, but how many times up until when he goes against Soulburner, where he's just like, give me the information, I'm going to where I is, right? That is directly into what Yusaku was trying to do. He is a rival. He does have his own agenda. We saw that even when he wanted to kill all Ignis, and, kind of Flame and I were to be protected. This show doesn't really have that. There's no one that, like a Yuga or a Rook, is consistently dueling that is, like, kind of anti-hero, maybe hero, but, like, they're always butting heads. Everybody just gets along for a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing. If you're not going to have villains, give us good rivals. We don't have that either.
Well, Yuga versus Rook. Yeah, if that's going to be your rivalry, Rook is definitely more, I think, friendly than your typical rival.
But also, and I see Kevin said, yeah, Rook is a rival. Yeah, but at the moment,
Roa.
we're leading up to the tournament, if it ever gets back on track, of Yuga versus Rook. But they dueled once.
Yeah.
Through 47 episodes now, right?
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of contention with them. I mean, the most contention we had was a few episodes ago when Yuga wasn't going to join the tournament and Rook was going to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most contentious we've gotten in the
I
whole
think
show.
we overlooked that a little bit too, because that was serious.
Yeah.
Like, he was
That's
serious.
the only
about that.
time it got really serious. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like they're lacking some of those moments.
Based on Yuga versus Rook round 2, how that plays out and what happens with Rook
We could get
and his
that.
motivations after,
Yeah.
I think that could lead into season 2. That's why season 1 had a very difficult task. Because not only do you have to write a Yu-Gi-Oh show for the first time
World
if you're
build.
Studio Bridge. You have to world build, and you have to do it while promoting a brand new game.
Yeah.
That is not easy.
No, it's hard.
And so I think that can explain the lack of maybe a solid, like, really evil villain.
Right.
Or the lack of a, I should say, very involved villain, because we don't know what Mr. Goha is going to
Yeah.
be. Or a clear-cut rival. I think a lot of things could change in season 2. I really do. And that excites me a lot, because I've really enjoyed Sevens thus far. I think the
I've
show's
enjoyed
been-
this
I
arc
love
a
it.
lot. So
Yeah.
it's, for me, it's my favorite arc.
I
Yeah.
might agree.
Definitely. And I think with the duels that are coming, which we're going to go over later, I think that's not going to change.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like at the moment, we're getting a little dangerous in terms of the story that I felt had great momentum in this arc. And now we're getting a little bit off track here.
what do you want to see next?
Because I really wanted that tournament, man. Like, we were so excited for that tournament. We might get back to it with, like, a Yuga Rook, maybe. But, like, we're so off topic with, aliens going on, and now we're jumping to the Maximum Mountain.
Miyagi.
Tiger Asana
Hot
is coming
Wings.
up, which I'm excited for,
Sorry.
but like it's still off the beaten path. We're gonna, it looks like, and we'll get more to that, you know, of where that's gonna go. Like, we're getting away from some of the story here. Double Six is useless. Like, so all that little buildup we had here toward the end of season 1, I feel like we've lost a little momentum here. And I hope that maybe next week we could start getting back on track.
Mm-hmm. I do want to say I agree, but I think for, at least for the next episode, which we'll get into, establishing a backstory between two characters we all care for quite a bit will be an important
I'm stoked for next week.
Milestone.
No, I can't wait.
Because we need to once that's established, that like gives us a bigger world. Like it definitely rounds.
I mean,
off
come on, that one shot.
Oh,
that one shot. Yeah. I mean,
They look like they're in love.
come on. You're not going to convince me otherwise.
There we go.
No, I mean,
It was simpler times.
when you're young, you can absolutely be in love. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's some people like, oh, you can't be in love until you're,
18. But now it's
that's just when you hate the world.
But
and you
they're
don't love
but
it.
they're also even they're even more
Something you have to
grown
cling
now.
on to
Right,
at that
exactly.
point, yeah.
They're more even grown now than they are in that flashback.
Mm-hmm.
So they even know more what love is about.
Exactly.
Especially when you're in the circumstances they are in. Like, you can't bask on the idea of love like maybe we can. Like, they're in a different situation, right?
Well, obviously, there's no like lust tied to love when you're
Right.
young like that.
No.
So
It's
and that's
simple.
No, it's
It's
genuine,
like mud.
like
Water.
admiration, right, and like care. For
that was
person.
the number one word I thought of when I saw the preview.
Yeah.
Admiration.
Yeah.
Complete.
And
admiration.
you can still care for someone. There doesn't have to be lust at anything at that age. It could be like, listen, I care about this person's happiness and this person's safety.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's beautiful.
We're gonna talk a lot. Tiger Asana coming up. I got to talk about opening 2.
Let's do
Do
it.
it, bro.
So I just shoved a chicken wing into my.
And then said,
fat
let's talk
face.
about opening too. Love that transition.
Beautiful. By the way, that was a beautiful shot.
What?
Did
Oh, yeah, I'm balling
Dude,
every day.
I think you had to be like, you've got to be, 8 for 10?
All right.
probably?
I mean, should probably take
We
it.
are going to be playing some music for you guys. The Browbeat.
The Browbeat.
That is the name of the band. Now, have you guys heard of the Browbeat?
No.
No.
Before we can, are you allowed to be playing this?
Yeah, we're going to get like...
It's great.
So we might get blocked off the stream.
It's great.
All right, so if you lose us, this is why.
I just want to say you're brave.
It's great.
You're brave.
Don't worry, it's great. So I'm going to
I'm
play
not,
two
though, yeah.
songs from the Browbeat,
Okay.
and we're going to go over just what you guys think. I mean, I've heard them. We did this with
Yes.
set with Vrains. So
Yeah, we had reaction
Specifically
videos.
for that, yeah. That was
Yeah.
a great, I enjoyed that.
I believe
a
we
lot.
did it for
the
the first for
Oh.
Yusei Saike's
Oh, yes,
bicycle
we did. Yeah.
opening.
Yeah, we did.
This song called
Didn't we did
Last
Bandmate
one.
too, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that big ending, whatever it was called.
All right, this song is
It's
called
like a 10-minute music video.
We reacted to that. This song is called Snow White. So again, this is not the song, but this is the band that will be performing the new Sevens opening starting on episode 53.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, it's not the opening.
It's not the opening. We
It's
do
a
not.
different song by.
Yeah,
the-
we
that
don't
same-
have the opening. We won't have the opening until the opening is airing.
All right.
Definitely different than what you would
Industrial.
think. Okay. See a lot of montage transition shots with a beat like that.
Mind if I go for another one of those?
You going? Sure.
Oh,
So
Damn.
that's a little bit.
It's metal.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get some like industrial
Damn.
9 Inch Nails vibes to it.
So they're considered technically J-rock. I hear more metal than rock. I think it's
It
border.
dances the line.
Yeah, I think it dances the line. That's a good phrase. This is LR. So this is great because it starts with a very great opening ballad. So you
Okay.
kind of show the
Just
range
like
here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that Are You Ready ballad. That was good. Damn, that was good.
I got the harmonies there, and I like that.
Yeah. Nice and soft.
You hit
Sorry,
that.
sorry.
Oh, it wasn't me.
What?
I'll fast forward a second.
It literally sounds like Slipknot.
Right. I'll wait till the verse kicks in. I actually like the verse of this song a lot. Opening 2.
Yeah.
Think about Sevens, and this is what we're going to be getting for opening 2.
I mean, possibly, yeah.
What's season 2 gonna hold?
There's gonna be flying action left and right.
That was sick.
So that is the band, the Browbeat, that will be performing opening 2. Thoughts on them?
Not what
And
you
the
would
tone.
expect.
Yeah, I
not
completely
at all.
agree.
Especially because it's coming off like a very funky.
Well, that's it. A funky, happy opening that fits.
Yeah,
the tone of
the tone,
show.
yeah. I mean, that was intense. It was really cool.
Mhm.
The first one sounded like Nine Inch Nails. The second one sounded like Slipknot. I'm on board.
A little Maximum the Hormone.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit. All right, Death Note opening 2.
Yep.
We have a new opening coming, which is great. Because not only do we get a new song in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but we also get new visuals.
And we mark the end of a season.
And we mark the end of a season in a proper way. What is something that you guys want to see happen in this opening? Maybe a shot, maybe a character. What is something that you want to see from the opening?
I mean, it might sound like too on the nose, but I actually would love to see some Roa and some of his monsters and some shots.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It sounds
'cause
like
it's
a
so
Roa
fitting.
song.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, all of his monsters are based on heavy metal and like rock, and like it's just like it would make sense to me.
Yeah. Pete, your hopes?
I want to see a villain. I want to see a shadowy kind of silhouette of a villain or villains. I want to hint to a future of somewhere we're going.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I want.
Fully agree. I would love, my favorite thing about openings is seeing characters that we have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
Remember, when opening 1 aired, we didn't know anything about Roa.
Yep. And I was going to say that's probably my favorite shot in opening 1 when he's on the window and everything. And you theorize, you call that right, where you're like, this could be related in some way to the rival or something here. And you were right. I mean, I don't know how much of a rivalry is now. But at the time, it was.
Seemed like it, yeah.
So, yeah, I want to see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
New characters are fun. I mean, you know, when we put in Soul Burner in Season 2, you're like, all right, well, let's get to know this guy. Let's go.
When he was in that opening as much as he was, we were like, okay, he's going to be important.
Exactly.
So
I would love to see that. Just more, new characters, new. I also just like, the way we had very comic booky, right? Like all the cuts and like it looks like it's literally popping out of a comic book for you. Like I'm just thinking almost like a very either a stark contrast or similar like almost manga, like black and white, maybe very harsh lines and like something really like eye-catching but not colorful.
Yeah. Do you think?
Oh, black and white movies.
Yeah, right.
Knowing and I'll weigh in on this as well. And you in the chat, please weigh in. Do you think that this opening will mark a tonal shift for the show overall, or no? Yes or no?
How much?
Significant enough where you can say, all right, yeah, there was definitely a shift.
No, it's gonna stay pretty light toned in my opinion.
I don't know. I would love to see the slight tonal shift. Nothing, because I like the lightheartedness of Sevens, but I would like to see like something a lit like. It turns out that Mr. Gohan is way more sinister than we thought he was, and that's where we're. It's not just all laugh.
Yeah,
it's not all. So sometimes they have to take it a little seriously.
So I agree. I don't think it's going to be anything significant because I've seen some people say that it's going to become kind of like what a Zexal 2 was, where it gets not like noticeably notched up.
Oh, dude, that was crazy when that happened.
Yeah, well, you've seen Zexal 2. I don't think it's going to be anything like that.
Have you?
However, it is going to be kind of fascinating if the song is as intense as that, right? Because this band can clearly say, all right, let's tone it down. Yeah. And let's make this opening more like
what you're used
more
to.
Like this.
Right, but then even that song changes.
Right, but what if they do this for 3 minutes? They're capable of doing
I'd be
that.
cool with that.
I'd be fine with that too. And so if that's the case, then we're analyzing this for no reason because we're thinking we're getting some screamo metal version, which we very well might not. It would be kind of funny though if we do get a pretty intense song and the show stays in a very comedic, lighthearted tone, which I think it's going to. So I think that would also be pretty funny if it's a very lighthearted show still, regardless. And then this opening is just like crazy intense. I think that would be pretty funny.
I think the show could change by not going dark, right? This could be like a graduation per se for our characters' personalities. We've already had that at the beginning of this arc. at the beginning of the song.
Yeah, I hope the comedy doesn't leave.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed the comedy. Yeah,
but we've had it in the sense of like improving these characters overall,
Right.
And really like getting them to kind of hone who they are and accepting that. I think you could build more into that, and so the themes aren't necessarily darker, but maybe we're a little more mature. Maybe we're 6 months or a year later, not actually in timeline of the show, but in terms of how they emotionally are in their maturity, that could be a little bit of the difference we get.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too.
Because it doesn't have to necessarily be a shift in plot, but it could be a shift in attitude
Yeah,
of the
you
characters.
can still keep the jokes. It's still like lighthearted show, but like we're a little bit more. Maybe Rook's a little bit more intelligent in some ways, and like
we could be more jaded. Maybe
and we could progress more with
Yugioh.
some of these characters. I don't want to see them be the same shells in themselves. And while I like their personalities, who wants to watch a character for 150 episodes, let's say, be the same person?
Yeah.
Right? You want to see that growth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'll be like, hey, we went through a lot. We went through a lot with this, with Goha trying to take away Rush Duels, and now we have to fight to protect Rush Duels, and you become more jaded maybe a little bit.
Here we go. Here's a shot.
Oh, let's hear it.
This is what I want for the opening.
All right, here we go.
I want one of those lead-up shots that we've gotten, right? Except where it's darkness all around. And then all of a sudden, red eyes light up out of it. And it comes up, light spot on, and it's the drone of Goha's head. And you see Mr. Goha just kind of sitting there, which will obviously be Mimi. But it's the head we're focusing on. I want that kind of draw-up shot in the opening.
I think there's a good chance we'll get that. Remember, opening one, we have the shot of him at the desk.
I worked for Konami, so I'm telling you, it's basically coming.
What else?
I can tell you that much.
You predicting that is meaning that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All Beat's predictions on this show is just him saying what's going to happen.
Right. If that really does happen, are you going to be pissed?
No, I think it'd be a great shot.
I said that?
Oh, no, I wouldn't be. I'd be pissed I didn't think of it first. I think it's a great shot.
Would you start wondering, like, does this guy work for Konami?
No.
I mean, I've been wondering that my whole life.
Let Nick T backs me up.
Actually, if people in the chat start thinking you're the one who works for Konami, that's a huge weight lifted off my shoulders.
Now you can say
so
anything.
It's not even that you want to see my success. It's more that you want the burden lifted off.
No, I'd be very happy.
He'd rather you have the burden.
Right.
I'd be very happy for you.
This guy right here.
For what it's worth, I'd be very happy for you. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered all the topics. I mean, do we want to get to some
all of them?
Donations?
Wow.
Well,
I'm sure we can
we
talk
still have to
more
talk
about the episode as we read some donations.
Of course, that's what always happens. And we, of course, make sure you stay. Asana versus Tiger picks are coming. Woo! That low-key might be, well, it's the hardest duel of the season. I mean, the arc,
yeah.
might be the hardest duel of the season.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare
It's
duel.
going to be very hard to pick.
Yeah. Especially both those characters are children. How could we possibly pick? No, like younger children.
Well, no, I think they're dueling in the real version. It's not a flashback.
Oh, the duel is in the current
The duel
day.
between the two adults.
Oh, I thought the duel was in the flashback.
No.
Oh.
Maybe there is a duel in the flashback. Yeah,
Because
the
the way
summary makes it more clear.
Okay, I haven't read this. Yeah, but I saw the shot of Asana on the machine, and I thought they were dueling as young.
I think
children.
they're going back to the first time they've ever met each other.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. I feel a little bit better about that.
It's gonna be hard, man.
So I think it's going to be very hard. All right, so let's jump into some donos. There's a few on the link there, though. If you want to load those up real quick.
Yeah. Where we start with the link, guys.
While you do, I'm going to jump over here to YouTube. And Janet Ernest donated $2 Canadian and said, "Are you guys invested in the stock market?"
Probably because of the title Stonks.
Are you?
Currently, no.
Are you?
No.
I actually am.
Yeah, you're deep.
Oh, you still have your.
Well, Roth IRAs and mutual funds are.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I wasn't sure if you didn't. Did you or did you not sell AMC?
You held an AMC, didn't you?
I still have AMC.
Oh wow. If you sold right now, would you make your money back?
No.
I'm sorry, man.
I haven't lost anything. I haven't sold.
No, yeah, that's true.
That was a good mindset.
Anyway.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. Want to thank Michael Mireb for the $1 donation through the link. Explaining a gag. When Luke is being modified in Kaizo's imagination, he's wearing a Shocker uniform. They were the group the first Kamen Rider fought in the 70s. They modified him into a Kaizo Ningen cyborg, but he escaped and fought them for justice. That's crazy, dude.
That was
Michael,
good.
that is a crazy... I wonder if Entame even had that in her...
I don't think so.
Wait, can you read that again?
Yeah, so... When Luke is being modified in Kaizo's imagination, he's wearing a Shocker uniform. the Shockers were the group in the first Kamen Rider that the first Kamen Rider fought in the 70s. So the Kamen Rider fought the Shockers. They modified him into a Kaizo Ningen, but he escaped and fought them for justice.
Wow. Okay.
That's deep.
That's
Michael, that is
deep
awesome, dude. Thank you for sharing, man.
Lore.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love that.
Michael, thank you for sharing. Limestone, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Hooray for a food stream. Yes. Yes.
Here we are.
We
Loving
are
it.
there.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, my mouth was burned off, but that's okay. Jarek, thank you for the $1 donation. Use this to buy some Bitcoin and or Dogecoin.
Well, those
We were
are
looking.
vastly different prices, Jarek.
Yeah,
Vastly.
Bitcoin only costs 50,000. I think Doge is
It's
now
actually,
like
I
40
think,
cents.
62.
It crashed today. It lost 10% today.
Wow.
Well, the
Did
whole
it
market.
really?
The whole market crashed today.
Damn.
Yeah, Pete went in yesterday.
Imagine.
I
I'm
purposely
sorry.
About one coin.
I stay away from crypto. I mean, I'm pretty. I feel like knowledgeable decently in stocks and finance.
He's traditional. He's traditional.
Because a lot of my my classes, were in that kind of
100%, payment.
the 100% down payment. I believe in.
Yeah.
So start saving up.
The way you said that makes me want to
So,
smack you.
Jarek, I do not think I will be buying any crypto, but maybe I'll buy some more AMC for you. $15 donation. Limestone, thank you for another big donation. $15. Thank you so much, Limestone. I've really been enjoying Sevens overall and really love the spotlight they are giving the girl characters. After all previous Yu-Gi-Oh, it's nice that the girls get some really good battles. I mean, yeah. I've done a whole video on it, which I'm sure you've seen, Limestone, why the girls of Sevens are the best girls in Yu-Gi-Oh. I stand by that comment, and given what's happening this episode, what's happening in 49, and what's going to happen as the show continues, I don't see that changing. Even if let me put it this way: if every single girl character got killed off in the first episode of the next arc, I still think the girls in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens would be the best girl cast in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my lord.
I would fight for that. I really do believe that.
I mean,
You're
yeah, you're right. You're right. Because you think about it, if you look at character arcs and dueling, and already almost every female character has done
It
better
already.
than-
Right, do you think like someone like an YUGIOHPICKEM deserved better?
I've done a video on that. I do. I liked Aoi a lot. The difference I do a video on Aoi and not Alexis is because I actually was invested in Aoi's character.
Wow.
For those Alexis fans out there. I'm sorry for upsetting the six of you.
Come
Yeah,
on, dude, that's not
that
necessary.
hurts, bro. I still got some time to hang out with her.
Yeah, I still. I mean, Miss Rhodes, she's all right. Come on.
All right.
Cut down Oscar?
I think I'm done with the links. Thank you, Limestone, Jarek, and Michael. Thank you guys so much.
That was harsh.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Xlayer donated $20.
Woo!
It
Oh my
said,
God.
"What's up, everyone? This episode overall for me was a miss.
Okay,
Even if Kaizo was back, it didn't feel like the plot was moving during the duel, so that double Goha double six is now a joke. Really excited, though, for Tiger and Asana's duel.
Yeah, Xlayer, thank you so much for the big donation. I 100% agree, and I acknowledge that I didn't like this duel because of the plot. I completely agree with that. The plot didn't go anywhere.
It was all about Kaizo.
And not only did the plot not go anywhere, but actually the only thing that this plot did was kill off any hopes for Goha double six.
Yeah.
So you could argue that for the overall show, it's like, all right, it really went backwards almost. I loved all the corporate references.
Yep.
It made the episode for me, but if you don't enjoy that kind of crap, which I do not blame you at all, then there's really not many redeeming qualities in the episode. So I completely get that.
Well, I hate that crap, and that's why I loved it.
Right, or if you really hate. Well, I don't know. Now you make it sound like I love corporations. No, I
Bootlicker done.
No,
Just a minute.
Well, that's exactly why, if we transition, some new people came in, including Pink. Cal is not here tonight because he was offended by this episode's message.
Right.
Well,
So that's why he's not here tonight, because he
Pink, it's good to
supports
see you.
corporations.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So is Dylan, but he's just facing the music.
No.
I don't.
You work for one, bro.
So do you.
It's not a corporation.
Yes, it
It's
is.
a small business.
No, you're. Well, this is my asshole. It's absolutely a corporation. It's one of the
Language?
It's one of the,
Jesus.
one of the biggest liquor chains on the East Coast.
I don't work for Joe Canals. That's DJ.
Yeah, okay. Don't change the DJ. Also is a bootlegger.
Yikes.
Give me a break. Xlayer, I love you, man. Thank you so much for the big donation. Thank you,
brother.
Xlayer. And we're going to do a few more donations, and then we're going Tiger, Asana, and 49. Still a lot of great coverage to come. I appreciate you all being here.
Electric Kevin donated $5 Australian.
Thank you, Kevin.
And said, assuming we know what the final few duels are, I can't believe the best 8 characters of Sevens will be dueling each other. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It could be very cool.
Well, I predicted before the 49 summary came out that the last 4 duels were going to be Tiger Asana, and then any mixture of Get a Nail, Roa Roman, not Get a Nail, sorry, Gakuto Nail, Roa Roman, and Yuga Rook. And I said, if those are your 4 final duels of the first season, my God, that is a loaded lineup.
Oh, yeah.
That is a sexy lineup.
And ending the season on a strong note.
Absolutely.
Did you guys think it was a funny line when Geta and Yushiro were there, and at the end of the duel, and Rook is just not remembering their names?
Oh my God, he calls them...
He literally calls them Schrodinger and the freaky fish guy.
Yeah. And Arata.
And Arata, yeah. I'm sure Edme was thrilled when she saw that. I mean, that was insane.
I was like, those poor guys, man.
Rook made a promise to Ushido that he'd never forget his name again. He said,
funny.
hey, at least I'll never forget your name.
That's
and
why
he
it's funny.
calls him Schrodinger. He remembers Schrodinger. And he remembers the freaky fish guy, who also appeared in only one episode. Rook didn't even duel him.
No.
Rook didn't even duel him.
No.
We don't know if he's ever coming back.
That was one of the probably most under-the-radar funny moments.
Yeah, it was
That was
very
good.
funny.
Yeah, that was...
And then he followed it up with another intelligent moment of remembering the modification that Yuga had done to Kaizo about the confession button, and was able to figure that out.
He had a good episode.
Because even Roman and Gakuto didn't know that was the thing, so that was good. And that also further demonstrates, I think, the level of communication and trust that Rook and Yuga have between each other as well.
Wow.
So there's a brotherhood right there.
There is a brotherhood.
And that was never in doubt.
It's kind of like Yagi and Menzaburo, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Say, bring it right back to our Lord and
To the
Savior
important
Yagi.
one, yeah.
Exactly.
His wings are thanks to him.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
yeah. I mean, he blessed his wings.
Blessing Yagi.
No.
Alan Wilkinson donated £2 and said, if the opening is that crazy, how mellow will the next Sevens ending be?
Usually that's a pretty... It is pretty opposite a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's a big correlation. You get a crazy opening, then the ending is very calm. And
I just went through that in the show I'm watching, so...
JJK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because opening 2 is very, like, in your face
it's rock,
and then it's, like, the quietest
it's
thing in the world.
Koshuni, Give It Back,
The
which is a
ending.
great ending, Give it back.
I did,
It's a
Cammy.
great
I
ending.
copied it.
And then Psycho Pass also does that, where they have a very intense opening. They get the guy, two of the first 3 openings, it's the guy who does Tokyo Ghoul's opening, and
Oh my God.
TK.
Unravel by TS.
Yeah, TK, a phenomenal, one of my favorite. I think he has a voice that you either love or you don't like.
I love it.
I love his voice. And so, Enigmatic Feeling is one of the most crazy, cracked out openings and songs I've ever heard. That's Psycho Pass's 3rd opening, season 2. And then the endings for Psycho Pass, at least ending 2 and 3, are very soft ballads sung by a girl singer, very similar to that. So,
It's quiet.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up, though, Alan. At the moment, we have no confirmation that the ending is actually changing.
Interesting, isn't it?
Hopefully it does. It's not uncommon to get the ending changing news after the opening news. Normally, that's what happens. But remember, Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains became the first ever anime in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the ending changed and the opening did not. Because up until Vrains, it had always been one changes and the other changes, and that was a consistent pattern.
Yeah.
Vrains said, we're going to do 3 openings, 5 endings. So the ending changed, the opening didn't. I wonder if Sevens is going to be the reverse of that, where the opening is going to change, but the ending will stay the same a little longer. I hope not, but...
I do like that ending. It's actually grown on me a lot.
Yeah,
and what Rook's voice actor sung it this week, right?
Yeah. Whoever duels, which I like. It makes it more unique. Roman's is the best, though, when she sings it.
Oh my God, it's my
Because
favorite.
of the guitar,
The guitar is insane.
it's good,
There's a
right?
full version of it, a 3-minute version.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta check
and
that
it's
out.
just crazy.
It is. Alan, thank you so much.
I like the cut at the end too when they does like 15 seconds for the cards.
Oh yeah,
And the person doing it this week completely choked.
That's Rook's voice actor.
Yeah, it's Rook's voice.
Completely choked.
Oh, no, I know.
And they made fun
Yeah,
of him.
so-
And then they
it was,
ran out of time.
it was so in character though.
Yeah, no, it was in character.
So
Rook's
good.
voice actor is literally just as like
He's like a
airheaded
goofball.
as Rook.
And
It's
and
funny as
literally, I think it was Roman's voice actress goes, "What?" Like he didn't even say anything. It was just, and literally the subtitle comes up as gibberish. Like it's.
Thank you for the...
Huh? Oh yeah, we're back. We're back.
Did it work?
Yeah,
Can
that
you
was
hear us?
weird. So
That
actually,
was strange.
that is a microphone, by the way, that we have used for years.
Yeah.
Since the Vrains days. That has never happened before.
Nope.
That was
And not only in the history of talking Yu-Gi-Oh, that has never happened on any live stream that I've ever done.
Yeah,
No.
where it goes muted.
Where
Usually
it
it's the robot.
Usually it's the robot. Yeah, well, although I fixed that issue, but usually it's the robot.
How did you fix that issue?
I just always restart Streamlabs before I go live, and that does the trick.
Wow, that's
If I have
crazy.
Streamlabs open for 10 minutes doing the settings and then go live, robot.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Thanks, Streamlabs.
So I'm sorry about that, guys. That was bizarre. But
We're
anyway, T-Pink Staff, absolutely. Those are my two that I really wanted. If I had to pick one that was a little more out there, I gotta be. I'm high on Roman Sushiko rematch. I really am
Yeah.
high on Roman
Okay,
Sushiko
okay.
rematch.
There's some
I also
part of me
love
that
Roman.
really, especially the way they've built it up, really wants to see Roa and Nail. I just want to see what happens.
I would actually really like that.
Rook Roa. Remember, Rook said about Roa when they first saw him duel,
Yeah.
he might be the best duelist I've ever seen.
Yep, he did say that.
I'd love, and then Roa lost. I'd love Rook versus Roa. So there's some really good ones that we still are not going to get by the time this season ends.
Otis, Mr. Goha, or like Goha.
Yes, Otis, Mr. Goha, 100%.
This is for everything you did to my family.
Mimi Yoshio.
I would actually like to see another Mimi Yoshi
No.
rematch.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
good.
fascinating matches.
Yeah.
Freaky Fish Guy versus
Because
Flush.
he still doesn't
Yeah.
know, right?
No,
He still doesn't know that his mom is at the top of Goha.
which
Right.
is funny because our three, protagonists do know. So are they going to spill the beans?
No, because remember she paid them off with tickets to the ramen shop.
No, they didn't.
I mean, she
yeah,
kinda
that's right.
did.
Yeah,
She did.
yeah.
She did.
Yeah. Also, yes, Jason, Princess G and Roman. I would like to see that. That'd be
Wow,
another,
yeah, we need
another solid,
Yeah.
friendly matchup. I think
The
that'd
nice
be
thing
really
about
good.
having so many characters is there's a lot of potential mouth-watering dueling matchups
Yeah.
that I'm
Keep
very
using,
excited
a
for.
lot of interesting adjectives for these duels.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like that. Mouth watering. We have food on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, it connects.
Before he said sexy, I was like, okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
that was
Referring to the matchups.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying it's an interesting adjective.
right.
I think it's a very nice adjective. I think it's a complimentary
Yeah.
adjective.
Oh, it is complimentary.
I try when I'm doing the reviews. I try to spice up the vocabulary a little bit. That's what I try to do.
Dropping the F-bomb left and right.
It's about that kind of spice.
I want words that Dylan hears that he goes,
What's that?
"Is that a word?" And then he has to go to Google and he has to look it
And
up.
it's deep urban dictionary lore.
Yeah, and you're like, Pete, I don't know if you can do this. My audience is 17 to 35.
Yeah.
And there you go. Back to some donos. Now that we're back,
That's just a really good joke.
Ice Aiden donated $5.
Thank you, Mike.
Nice.
It said, if I told you when you first saw the Yuga design that Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens would treat the female cast so well, would you have believed me?
No.
You know what? This might surprise you. And thank you so much for the
Don't lie,
donation.
no. You're about to lie. Don't lie.
I'm not going to lie, and I hope there's a couple people that remember this, but I said one of the best things, and I said this very early on, one of the best things about a different studio being in charge of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that the girl characters might actually get their up-and-comings. Do you guys not remember me saying that very early on in the show?
No.
They're
No,
comeuppance.
no, I'm joking. I do remember that.
Yeah.
No, I think after, if you watch the Jump Festa highlights video, shout out to my own in it.
I say it in that video.
In that video, after you get over the initial shock, I do keep in some clips where you're like, listen, like, it is a new studio, so that means new things could happen, so you do say that. you
Yeah.
know.
Let me also say this, Ice Aiden, and to anyone else out there.
Whoa.
No, not a bad thing. No, not a bad. I love Ice Aiden. Thank you again for the donation. And to think that they would be treated this good, not even me. No, I'd be lying.
No,
but
I
I
don't think
thought
anyone.
I thought there was a better chance.
Yeah.
Than your typical Gallop. That announcement was very much, I think for a lot of us, me included, and I've made this comparison a lot as one of my favorite eulogies to give. That's not the right word.
That's for when you're
I
talking about someone
love
who's
this.
dead.
I was going to say aneurysms. That's not the right word either.
I love
It's one of my
it.
favorite analogies.
Analogies.
I was
There we go.
close, I was
you were,
close
you
on
were
that.
close. You were
Yeah,
close.
aneurysm analogies in there.
It was one of my favorite analogies. I have a speaking issue. They like to make fun of it. It's no big deal. It's one of my favorite analogies to give where the people that had a very negative reaction to Sevens and that missed Studio Gallop and, want the real Yu-Gi-Oh! Back, It's very much the same of when you get broken up with. Very, very similar. And when it was announced at Jump Festa in 2019, I was with a lot of great friends. I was with these two. I was with Calibro. I was with, Latrell was here. There were so many great people here in the community.
Crew, man.
Yeah,
that was pre-COVID.
We'll do it again
It
this year. We're all going to be vaccinated. We'll do it again. So 2021. Look forward to that. I was broken up with. I experienced the effects of a breakup when it was shown that Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens was going to be the way that it was. I was shocked, not in a way that, oh my god, this looks horrible. It didn't look like Yu-Gi-Oh! To me, but you as with a breakup, with time you get over it, and you slowly start to realize. It's kind of funny how breakups work. You slowly start to realize that you're a lot better off without that person, and that you deserve a lot better. And the more that I analyzed what Studio Gallop gave us
That's deep.
with Arc 5 and Vrains in a lot of ways, even though I liked both of those shows, it's way more Vrains than Arc 5 personally, I was like, man, like, this isn't a bad thing. Like, this is not a bad thing. Like, something beautiful can come from this. And, I thought treating the girls right was just one simple thing. And Studio Bridge has gotten it so right.
They've nailed that part. They really have through the first 47.
Yeah.
They really have. There is not a link donut over there.
Oh.
If you want to jump to
Whoever
that.
used the link, thank you so much. Thank you guys always for the donations. Michael, thank you for the $1 donation. Some wordplay I thought was cute. When Kaizo calls himself and Luke gears of a corporation and society respectively, the word for corporation is kaisha, while society is shakai. The kanji are the same, just mirrored / backwards when comparing them. Oh yeah, kaisha and shakai. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, you say it, shakai, kaisha.
Tim.
Yeah.
See, this is why we need to know the Japanese
I guess
culture.
Michael, I guess you speak Japanese. He can write that
That's
in the
really
chat.
cool.
Yeah. He either speaks it or understands
Thank you for that
it.
info.
Yeah, that's really cool, dude. That's really cool. Man, 2 really cool fun facts.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
awesome.
We always love those.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Nicholas Horton donated £5 and said, "Hope you guys are okay, especially with what happened involving the cyber attack business." Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah,
I don't know much about it.
Okay,
so-
a whole lot. Could you
so-
explain it to us?
So
He's a
basically,
history guy.
yeah,
It's happened.
basically
recently.
what happened was here for us in the southeastern and east coast area of the United States. If you don't know, there's we have major petroleum pipelines that take gasoline to the necessary areas that go around the country.
Yes.
One of them is based in the southeastern area, really in the Alabama area.
Right.
It was cyber attacked last week. They think now that it was a cyber hacker group. I forget their name, Dark something, that's based in Eastern Europe.
Dark Side?
Dark Side Dimensions. And they attacked the pipeline, hacked into the security so no further damage could be done.
Mm-hmm.
They shut the pipeline down. When you obviously shut the pipeline down, you stop the flow of gasoline.
I see.
And that has limited many southeastern states here in the United States and has made its way up to us here in the Northeast in some ways. Not as drastic as your Carolinas, your Georgia, your Virginias or so. But yeah, we're doing well. It's been crazy out there. I mean, you see some videos, I don't know if you guys have seen on Twitter, of people going insane. You drive down the highway here, and there's just line after line.
Well, you
on
work
the
in
gas
that
station.
industry, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been hectic from a
work.
personal
And
experience.
the petroleum industry has not been fun lately.
Yeah.
You probably had some comments from
It's been something. You're dealing, with the public. You get those, trust me. With time to time, but yeah, we're okay. We're making it through. I do advise you in a completely serious way to not freak out because the pipeline is back on. They just turned it on today. So in the next few days, it will be flowing back into the areas. Please don't do what the Twitter videos you see out there and fill plastic bags with gasoline. Please don't do that. That was a popular one going on. Or barrels. You don't need to hoard gas like that.
No,
Eventually, over time, petroleum and especially 87 octane gas degrades. So there's no need for that whatsoever. Don't be taking Rubbermaids from your house and filling them up with gasoline. That has been another video I've seen online. So
a lot of dumb people.
yeah, just Just be safe out there, guys.
I started cracking up because I thought with the most sincerity, I thought you were going to say, so if I could give you guys any piece of advice, I would start panicking. I'd fill up your cars tomorrow. I thought you were going to give like doomsday advice.
No.
I started sweating. It's like,
No. The pipeline is back. Take a few days. We were worried if it stayed shut down until after the weekend. It thankfully is not. We're good at the moment, so don't freak out. It's all right.
Nicholas, though, thank you for the donation
Yeah,
and for the well wishes,
yeah.
man.
The
Very nice
concern
of
is
you.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from across the pond.
Yeah, so
Someone's
across
looking
the
out for us.
pond, people are wondering. That's what's going on
Yeah,
here.
we got homies looking out for us.
And they're more informed of what's happening here than most of the people in this country.
100%.
yes.
And I also think someone like Nick, probably a very intelligent person,
Yeah.
would know that putting gasoline in a shopping plastic bag, probably not the way to go.
I'd like to think all 131 people watching this know that that's the case.
You got to imagine the drive home must have been a fun one. Right?
Well, what she did was, you could see on the video of the other person taking it, she went and grabbed another bag, and she double plied.
Well, that's good. That's good. At least it'll stop the leaks, but I'm just imagining like you get some fumes in your face, you're driving home, things get a little blurry, you know, it was
a good time. I saw this other video that was before the pipeline, but it brought up the idea of it, where this lady was taking a gasoline pump and was washing a car like it was a hose filled with water. Just
You what?
yeah, that was a video you could find.
You
on the
what?
internet. Yeah, this was before the pipeline business. Just literally just spraying her car with gasoline like she was cleaning off with gas.
Dude, one match. It's
That's
over.
it. Oh god.
Maybe that was the point.
Yeah, I don't know.
You prepared.
Yeah, and then you could hear the people in the video. We have to call someone, and then someone like goes, "All right, I'm gonna say something," and goes into the store. Yeah, so America.
Woo! America.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Nick. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to get into 50, 48, 49, and our picks for Tiger versus Asana.
I went up like 7 levels. I wish he was chewing on some chicken, you know what I mean?
Every now and then I just get really excited. I love doing this.
Yeah.
And our picks.
Oh, Lord help me.
Woo! We have fun here.
Oh, man, we do have fun here.
fun
Kyle's here, donated 2 real.
Thank you,
and
Kyle.
said, you think Kaizo will be a respectable char someday? No, I don't. I don't think he's going to get any respect. No. I don't think he deserves respect at the moment. And to be honest, I think he needs to gain the respect of the crew because turning on everyone you ever meet or joining over to their side, not someone I want to be friendly with.
Well, lucky for him, Yugioh is the kindest, most forgiving person I've ever
way too kind
seen in my life. So he'll be like, "All right, it's all right, boy."
He will never become a respectful character. I don't think so. I don't think that's Kaizo. And I think honestly, as a character, I think the second he becomes like a respectful, like good-hearted character in Drone, I think that almost hurts his character.
Agreed.
Because I think the actual appeal of his character is how easy it is to hate him and be infuriated with him.
And how much he switches sides.
Which I from a writing standpoint, I actually do find pretty hilarious. So
no, I think it's really funny.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever be respectful, honestly. But great question. And thank you so much for the donation.
That's where you want to cut it right now?
Unless you feel, do you feel like there's a more appropriate one, or?
I feel like
I can throw out one more if you want. I don't know if Maddie's still here, but Maddie donated $10 and said,
Maddie, thank you, dude.
Well, he's probably not here. Have to head off now. Did not see any message notifications. I did message you, but I will send it again. I'm off work tomorrow, so we can definitely discuss JJK then. Yeah, this is all your fault, Maddie, by the way. Hope everyone has had a great day/night.
I'm starting tomorrow. That's it.
Yeah, dude,
You gotta start.
Actually, no. I'm going to go tonight.
You ruined me.
Maddie
did, and then Dylan, and then Dylan encouraged it behind the scenes. It's amazing. I'm almost done. We got like 3 episodes more to go or so, something like that. 4 episodes. Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. So I can't wait to talk to you about it.
Yeah, Maddie, listen, dude. I'm so thankful for what you did on Monday night, 10,000 bits. Tuesday night, 15,000 bits. And then tonight with another, that's a big donation in my book. So, Maddie, man, I can't thank you enough. I really hope we can bring you on the channel soon. I pray to God that he's able to come soon. I know still with COVID, it's going to be kind of tricky.
We're getting those shots.
But we're hoping maybe end of summer is kind of the goal. And, besides Entame, Legendary, hopefully we'll be able to have on soon as we're all starting to slowly get vaccinated. Now I'm fully vaccinated. Caliber's fully vaccinated. Although he's not in the clear. He's still fighting all the side effects.
I don't even know
the
if
side
that's
effects
side
might take him
effects.
down.
Again? I don't know.
I don't even know if that's side effects. He's got a horrific immune system.
One of the worst I've ever seen.
I mean, he's got to start taking some vitamins.
I've never seen anything
something.
like it.
I've never seen it.
And he's healthy.
Yeah, he goes to the gym and
yeah.
everything. But see, being a musclehead doesn't save your body.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got to take some vitamins and some herbal tea or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what's protecting me.
Yikes.
I mean, Jordan got COVID.
Oh yeah, that's enough.
right.
You can't just drop that without talking
I'm sorry.
about it.
She's okay. Yeah, this past week, or not weekend, Monday.
Jordan has COVID.
Jordan came positive with COVID. I saw her a couple days prior. We kissed. I mean, and I'm negative, baby. So I have I'm built different.
See, I think it would literally. First of all, f you. But second of all, I really thought you were gonna say, and I'm positive, and that would have been great. That we're sitting right here.
Oh my God.
But no, for those concerned, she's feeling sick, of course, but she's okay. But somehow, yeah, I don't get it. I don't have it. And you know what? I drink herbal tea. So
And
Cal,
see, but to be fair, when Jordan wrote to us all in the group chat about it,
Yeah,
she did it in the most nonchalant way, like it wasn't a big deal.
yeah, no, it was yeah. But also, she was like, "Guys, I have bad news," and you're like, "Oh God, what's going on?"
I was like,
And that's not how I found out.
bad news, Barrett.
I've got some bad news.
I thought he was inside your relationship,
Yeah,
and I was
I
like,
mean,
oh
he is.
damn.
He's the heart and soul of our relationship.
But yes, thankfully she is okay. Yeah, I woke up to like 65 messages, and I was like, "F you guys."
Yeah,
man.
it went a little off the rails.
And the studio here in Jersey is really always open. So and now it's opening up again. With Reigns, we had so many different guests on all the time.
It was so fun.
Yeah, and with Sevens, it'll be the case hopefully in season 2. Although I think season end is always going to be reserved for
Stick with me. We do a 24-hour, 48-hour stream.
Okay,
we
I'm
do
listening.
that to raise money. That money becomes the travel fund of Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. We just start pulling guests from all over. Start pulling them from
I mean,
everywhere.
in all sincerity, of course, Dylan needs an income. But if that wasn't the case, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Let's say if I won the Mega Millions tomorrow.
And that's what it takes.
Okay. Well, if I won the Mega Millions tomorrow, I would want to keep doing this obviously because I love doing it. Every single thing that I would get would either go to a charity or go to a fund where we're able to fly out people and provide them with lodging when they're here.
Yeah, that'd be so
Absolutely.
sick.
Cool.
Absolutely. It
And
would be
VR
amazing.
headsets.
And VR.
And VR headsets for the team. Of
Well,
course.
I mean that's a given.
course.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw this cool one today where it was Revenge of the Sith style of Star Wars, and it was the exact fight of Anakin and Obi-Wan, and you just go into that VR style, and it was the most ridiculous shit.
That's awesome.
you said that reminds me. I have a video I have to show you guys after the stream.
All right. Well, chat. We're here, and Maddie, we love you, man. Thank you.
By the way, according to the people, Hani Wah 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 is muted right now.
Has Honeywell been muted the whole time?
No, it's probably what happened when you lost audio. I'm assuming
But that
didn't
shouldn't
come back.
That's weird.
Because no one was
It sounds, looks
no
like your
one
alert
was.
box is off.
Yeah, no one was.
Alert
saying
box
it.
is off?
I don't know.
Yeah, that wasn't an issue early on. No one was saying it.
Have you seen the alert box?
I don't know.
My alert box should not be off.
I mean, I've seen it pop up, like earlier. I guess now it's
No,
not
it's right
working.
there.
I'm gonna. Maybe it'll come back. We'll see.
No, I don't think the sound is playing.
I've seen it, just no sound.
All right. Who said that?
That's pink.
Thanks, Pink. I don't know. Something weird happened. Something weird's going on
There's an
over here.
old ghost in the
Something
machine.
weird's going on over here. All right, let me try one thing.
Yeah, what if we just did it for you? Every donation.
I reset it. All right. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But guys, we have the episode 48 cast and the 49 summary.
Thank you. I know it was.
Chat, we are
Anyway,
approaching
thank you.
spoilery territory.
Here we go.
By the way, you emailed the mail. Show that to everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Get ready for this. You guys know nothing about this.
Nothing.
Episode 48, Clash of the Secret Techniques. Deep in the tunnel of Maxima Mountain, Asana and Tiger are fighting against each other with their secret techniques on a snowy duel field. Their childhood feelings and memories intersect for one fleeting moment. They used to be very close and even called each other Haruchi and Asachi, But one day, an incident caused them to drift apart. On that day, it was also snowing. ... Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Roman, Kaizo, Roa, Nail, Asana, Tiger, Galliant, Schwer, Caterpillar, Dovrap, Asana's great-grandfather, Goha 66, Hanya Braun, who is the astronaut that Rook dueled, Flush Umiko, so Flush is back, and extras. That is our summary for episode 48. Wow. We are going to read 49 before we make our picks. 49 has no indicator of 48. Thoughts on that summary?
That sounds great. Honestly, it sounds like such a very...
And the preview, just thoughts on the episode in general.
I think I'm going to love... I'm almost guaranteed
two of my favorite characters.
Two of the best characters that we have so far. Yeah. A backstory for Tiger, which we've been aching for. And like some parallels. Like I'm based on that description, I'm liking where the writing's going with this episode.
We knew after Tiger Caterpillar, which was about 11 episodes ago, that actually it was more like probably like 12 episodes ago, that there had to be a pass between Tiger and the club. And now we're getting to the specifics of Tiger and Asana.
Yeah. And even before that, when we were introduced to Tiger, we're like, yeah, what's Tiger's deal?
Right.
So now that we're getting this is huge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked for it. And of course, we have our picks coming up.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like it's like something. There's gonna be something very sentimental about the duel taking place in the same conditions as our fateful day in the past. Like I think it's gonna be.
Does that tie in, that fateful day in the past, tie in to Schwer and his pigeon getting rescued by Asana?
It was also
a snowy day. So either it snows a lot, which it might. Maybe they live, in the Dakotas. Or
maybe we don't really.
It's all tied together. Pete, your thought when you hear that summary?
I would say that's the most maybe sophisticated summary of SEVENS so far.
Well, I think this has the chance to be, honestly speaking, the most serious episode we've gotten as well.
Yeah, it was just beautiful the way even to say like, hey, they're in the snow, and that I love when things in your memory it happens to all of us. A smell, a sound, something triggers you.
Sensory memory. Love that.
And that moment of being in the snow triggers them back to actually where it all began, or actually maybe where it all ended.
Yep.
So you were right there with me. And that, I think, is going to be a fascinating moment. It's going to be a great duel, in my opinion, and I think we're going to get some much-needed backstory. I'm just wondering what broke them up. What's the issue? Was it a family issue? Something with ideals about the future? Was it something very trivial and really not important now that they think about it, and now they'll be cool with it because they were too young for some, BS stuff that was kind of going on? That would be the most fascinating part.
Yeah, that's ultimately what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a more trivial reason that they're going to kind of be able to work out and figure out, maybe a misunderstanding.
Definitely,
I don't know. The way you worded it is very well. It is very sophisticatedly written. And even the tone in the preview, I mean, it does seem like the two of them are absolutely in love, head over heels with each other.
I mean, come on.
So
that's what it seems like.
Yeah, so it's...
I get that vibe.
It has the potential to be a very deep and hard-hitting emotional duel. Man, I am excited. Tiger Asana is a duel I've wanted to see for a very long time, since we've probably gotten both of these characters introduced right after the Caterpillar episode, when we knew there was something deeper between them, or at least, again, between Tiger and that team. Two of the strongest-willed women that we have, not only in SEVENS, that we have ever had in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yep.
They're both more stronger-willed than I would say even like a Roman is.
I think you were going to say any of us, and I was going to agree.
Well, I have no problem saying that. Yeah. Tiger is more of a go-getter than me. I have no problem saying that.
Yeah, man, it's pretty easy to say. It wasn't that bold.
I mean,
this guy. So he's cut me down.
Hey, but that's all right.
Just so I could build you back up.
That's beautiful, and that's friendship. That's love.
But chat. We also got the 49 summary. We got it last night, actually, while I was streaming. Episode 49. You boys ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Roa Roman. The first match of the finals is between Roa and Roman. Roa was driven into a corner by Roman's new jam style and shaken up by her words. Ushido and Geta just couldn't keep still as they observed the match. ... We will obviously have a longer summary maybe on Friday, maybe in 2 days.
Yeah, there's a lot of tough duels.
I'm not looking forward to
this.
The
only easy duel to pick is going to be the second duel of Team Rook versus Team Yugioh, because that second duel has to be the opposite result of what the first duel was.
Imagine if they tease us. What if they did this? They tease us, and whoever wins in the first round sweeps in the second round. We never get Rook Yugioh.
That would be crazy. But then what's the finale for the last two?
It's something, the new villain coming in or something. Wow. What if they just teased us like that?
That'd be pretty crazy.
Hey, you want this? Wait another 50.
That'd be pretty crazy. So, I mean, what do you think of that? It's confirmed. It's in stone. It's something that I think we all wanted since the episode 6 or 7. I think right after Roa threw Roman into that wall
she's gotta
and
get back
basically, pseudo threatened her. I think that is when we all were like, Roa Roman has to happen.
Yeah.
It's happening. 49, a date with destiny. A year in the making.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
Someone could say that Roman has returned to the stage of destiny.
Yeah.
You like that?
Wow.
Like
Revolver's going to be announcing this.
Right
He's
back.
announcing this.
Exactly.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
What
are your thoughts? I mean, it's confirmed. Excited, scared,
so
nervous.
excited, scared for the pick. But yeah, definitely really excited. It's exactly what I wanted, and I think as that summary seems to pertain, Roman, her words are going to be sharp knives in the sense of like, Roa, you've been a dick.
Yeah.
Like, you need to go talk to your friends. You need to treat people better. Like, you need to stop acting like being the front man of this band is your entire identity. Like, there's more things than just your ego. Yeah. And I think that's what's going to shake him up.
Yeah, and it needs to.
Your thoughts?
I mean, Pete really just said that's exactly what I think. Yeah, and that's fine. And it's okay, dude, because it's so true. And everything that Roa has done at this point has been to sort of forward his sort of agenda and curiosity. No matter who he steps on, it could be Ushido, it could be Geta, it could be Roman, I mean, it could be anybody. And on top of that, just the way he talks to people, he's insulting now. And yes, it's cute and all, but like. He needs a check.
That was funny.
He needs some
Providence check.
Yeah, I mean, he needs someone to check him. And I think this is
Little Miss Providence.
Yeah,
exactly. It's great.
Yeah.
So this is Roman's chance, I think, to really be like you don't treat people well at all.
Right.
And I think you need to, get your head out of the sand and really
when this super team was formed, what is the first thing I said when this super team was formed? Not, oh my God, the tournament's over. This is crazy. This is unfair. The first thing I said was this was the best thing that could have happened for Roman or Gakuto.
Yep.
That was the narrative that I said immediately. Because one of them is going to get a monstrous win. Let's say Roa beats Roman. That mean I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could even pick that.
And see,
I don't know if I could even pick Gakuto.
That's why I'm thinking. I want to know what your thoughts are, kind of on that, because we have to pick this for 2 or so weeks out, and then 3 weeks out. But that summary kind of points to Roa winning.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Which is exactly the opposite of what I thought. So are we really setting up Gakuto to beat Nail? That would be insane.
That would be one of the biggest shocks of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Of this show, absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna focus on the 3 duels coming up probably next week.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of time for that, but 49's crazy. 49, as you guys just saw, does not give us any indication on 48. So, boys, it's time to make our picks.
God damn.
You're gonna make us do it.
Don't do this to me, bro.
Pete is you can actually, the updated standings are down below. Pete is in first place on the entire league. First place, Pete, 35-4. Me, Nick T, Cal all have 31 points. You guys make sure you're playing at home. You can send the pick to the link in the email in the description down below, the email in the description, or do !PICKEM, PICKEM in the chat, and the email will come up.
I'm in the boys.
I'm in the boys too. I just wrote here.
Jeez.
This is hard, dude. I've been thinking about this.
I already sent. I realized that what I was gonna. We'll have to watch it later.
Honestly, I didn't even watch that yet.
Okay, I have Calibur's pick as well.
Damn.
Don't do this to me. We don't have to do this.
I mean,
we don't have to do
this is a tough pick.
We don't,
it's a really... This is the toughest pick of the season.
Well, let's call it a...
Would you say it's the toughest pick of the season?
I think so.
See, I think I don't know. Well, Calibur would say Yugioh Rook was the toughest pick of the season.
That was the first arc.
I think I think you get. No, actually.
Wait, before we pick, can we discuss some?
Sure, we can discuss all you want.
Let's. What are the? What are their? Not ratios. Their
Win losses.
Where's their win loss?
Tiger beat Rook in a flashback.
1-1, right?
She.
You count the win in the flashback.
We don't have to count the flashback. I'm just being as thorough as possible.
In present time, she's 1-1.
She's 1-1. Beat Caterpillar, lost to Yuga. Asana beat Yuga, lost to Yuga.
Yeah.
Asana's maximum is gone, as far as we know. It disintegrated.
As far as we know, yeah.
Because Yuga lost his overroad.
Right. Damn, this is tough.
This is, I mean...
This is tough.
I don't even know what to go.
Yeah, this is tough.
Woo-hoo!
I could also see a way that this somehow ends in a draw.
That's always an option. Draw no result's always another choice you can do.
Damn.
Draw no result right before the three that have
Definitely
to
the hardest of the arc.
I think the hardest of the season, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I guess we know Gallagher's thinking.
All right, ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Send.
I didn't even look yet because I didn't even pick anything. I didn't even look.
You didn't pick?
I didn't pick.
All right,
Okay, well then don't look.
I'm not looking.
And you're the one who
I'm
has
gonna have to say it
to.
out
You,
loud.
you have to verbally say it now. You have to verbally say who you're
I
picking.
didn't even pick in my mind yet.
You want you? Oh yeah. I was
No,
gonna
because
say
if we
that.
say our picks-
How about this? How about I'll write it right here. I can't see what you guys are saying. I'm just gonna type. I'll do it on my watch.
Okay.
I'll
The
type
man
it
is a
on
man
the
of honor.
on the watch.
Type it
He's
on
a
the
man of
watch.
honor.
Okay. And when I type it in on the watch, then I'll go first.
All right, I like that.
Or do you guys want to go first?
No,
It's your call.
why not let him go first, right?
Yeah. Type it on the watch. You can go
I'm
first.
gonna type it in. I'm bringing up the board. You can see the board is just blank.
What's up? Yeah, I don't see anything.
Just blank.
This is one of the toughest picks.
This is a tough.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you.
It's tearing me apart.
This is a nightmare pick because I love both characters dearly.
Yeah.
Now I wrote it and I don't even know if I can create this.
The thing is, because
We're also at a disadvantage. You guys can change your pick up to the episode airing.
Yeah,
so you guys still have 48
We're locked
hours
in.
to debate and change your pick, and you're going to hear our reasonings. But we have to make our picks here. That's just part of it.
You know what? Screw it.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go with my gut.
Fuck.
And I'm just gonna write it. All right. So it's written. It is in the chat.
there we go.
It is popped up.
There we go.
I will also go first.
Go first.
I'm taking Asana. This is a really, really, really hard pick. I could totally see this, believe it or not, ending up in a draw. So if that happens next week, I will definitely smack myself on camera. But I just feel like she's had really two major duels. She's won and lost against Yuga. We see how significant she is in the opening of the connection to Otis. I just don't think that it serves her well here to give her a loss. And I don't think it hurts Tiger that much if Tiger loses. I think they could still come to some understanding. I even have a feeling that it could have been Tiger that broke off their friendship or whatever it is, so Asana could kind of win her back in with that. That's really all I have. I think it's a really, really hard pick. I'm picking Asana. And I don't even feel great about it.
Who are you picking?
I'm also picking Asana.
Right.
Yeah. No.
So-
Yeah.
Well, actually, I could look at all your picks, though.
Yeah. Now you can look. So this one's tough because I think, and in contrast with a lot of some of the other hard duels to pick, we sometimes have a little bit of the relationship to go on. We have history almost to dictate, like, maybe how this could go, the relationship between the two characters. How this duel will go is, I think, entirely in the hands of how the backstory plays out.
Yeah.
I know.
And since we know
And
none of that,
nothing.
this is all up in the air.
The weird thing about
This
the
hurts.
duel
This
is
hurts.
we saw in the preview, Tiger is on the right side of the screen, indicating good character. Asana's on the left, indicating bad character, which is kind of weird.
Right.
So I'm not sure why that's the
But
case.
it doesn't necessarily always 100% mean that's what happens.
It's more often than not right,
99%, but it's
is
not
it really
foolproof.
99?
Well, think about any duel.
It's one in one,
Think about positioning. Pick a duel.
All right, Bowman Yusaki. Yusaki's on the right side of the screen.
Yeah, I mean that's a rule that is 99%
Wow, that's
true,
crazy.
but yeah, not always.
That's crazy.
Anyway, Asana.
I don't know. It was my gut. I had nothing to go on other than my gut.
Yeah, I don't feel great about it. Who are you picking?
Calibro. Pick Tiger.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he
So Calibro picked Tiger. I don't believe he gave a reason.
No, he didn't. He literally put in a tiger emoji.
did. Yeah. And then a tiger gif.
I'm trying to see. This is what Caliber said. I wish I had one, but I'm honestly not sure who is going to win. All I can think of is that Tiger could use more character development and legitimacy, considering she has one duel, and it's a loss to Yuga, but Calibro forgot about her duel to Caterpillar. So that's Caliber's fault. I wasn't going to correct him.
You don't correct him.
I don't correct him. I'm trying to help him achieve his full potential. I always am.
Yeah.
So Calibro picked Tiger on false merits, but, you know, it's not a horrible pick. This is one I thought about for a long time, and my heart is actually saying Tiger. But I'm going Asana. I think that this is a big moment for Asana. And it's so tricky because, as Pete said, we know nothing about the backstories. We know nothing about why they're even dueling. We just know that there was once a very deep love between these two women.
And Nixie said that as well.
And we don't know anything more than that.
Yep.
However, Asana is... Who is more important to the show of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens? Asana. Who is more important to the story going forward for Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens? Asana. This is Asana's first duel since her arc came to an end. Think about Roa's first duel when his arc came to an end. It was against Geta, a character that there seemed to have been also romantic connections with him and Geta. And that was a very deep-rooted duel for him. The only reason that we didn't consider that to be a harder pick is because, you know, Tiger wipes Geta off the floor in terms of enjoyment of a character. And even though I enjoy Tiger more than the average character in Sevens, I don't believe that that necessarily warrants her to be victorious in this duel. Asana is more important to the plot going forward. The problem is I could absolutely see it being a case where Tiger beats Asana and says, you need to do better, you need to train harder and keep improving, and that will lead Asana to do just that.
I could see a draw here too, man.
Yeah, I can see a draw as well. I can never pick draw, but I can see a draw. This is the only reason, and I want to reiterate this, the only reason I'm picking Asana is because she's going to be one of the main 7. She is more important to the show, and she will be more important to the show and the story as the show continues into Season 2. I think this is a great way to give her insane momentum going into Season 2. Also, there's a lot of people who don't think Asana is that good of a duelist. I've seen people make the argument that they think Gakuto and Roman are better duelists than Asana because Asana only beat Yuga thanks to the help with a maximum, and her duel against Yuga round 2 wasn't that impressive. A few people have that sentiment. This is a perfect opportunity to shut up those haters, to shut up the criticism. I think you give Asana a win here, and I think you lead her into the second arc, but I'm only picking her because she's more important to the overall story. That in no way is a definitive meaning and reasoning as to why she's going to win. This is one of those nightmare picks. Maybe the hardest of season 1.
Almost picked draw no result.
Yeah,
I had it typed
when
up.
Yuga versus Roa, I picked draw no results.
I was right there. You also picked it against Hologram Man. But
you got to remind me.
I almost picked it. I had it typed out, and I was like, I just can't do it just because it's such a low percentage. But I could 100% see it happen.
If we knew Ronze versus Rinosuke was going to be that duel in Season 3, draw no result would have shown up. So we've already had a draw no result.
I know, man. Yeah, this is hard. This is really hard.
Yeah. You know, it's
and Ronze Rinosuke was the duel right before the finale between, Yuga, Rook Schwer, and then Yuga Asana.
But see, here's the tough part, right? Because if, let's say this was Tiger Rook, I would have said, I think Rook's going to go in here. Not just because he doesn't have a loss, but he got his ass kicked over and over again in the past. What a great way for him to come back and show his sister, look, I've improved as a duelist.
Yeah.
We know literally nothing what happened in these two characters.
Right.
Like, almost nothing. That's what, it just makes it so hard.
It does make it hard.
Nightmare.
But I have to say, yes, it's a nightmare pick, but I think this is an instance, and it's rare, because I would get annoyed. I don't care if I'm wrong. Regardless of who wins, I will be happy with the way this episode turns out as long as it's a good episode, and I think it will be.
Oh, yeah. If Tiger wins, I don't think I'm not going to be upset.
I wouldn't be upset.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't be upset. I actually would be more upset at myself that I didn't pick draw.
Exactly.
Which is what I was going to do.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
No.
You
Well,
didn't- that was nice.
said my heart was with Tiger, but
you
I
went-
love Tiger. I'd like Tiger more than Asana, I think, but
I think I would agree, but I don't know. I don't know.
it's hard.
I don't know.
But guys, we will be live on the channel with the watch along as well on Saturday, but those are our picks. Actually, you got nothing going on Saturday.
Maybe.
You could if you want to.
Because he's gone.
In the arms of the angel, fly away.
You sung that last night too. That was good.
Yeah, it's becoming my theme song.
That is your new theme song. Is that because your life's depressing? I finished it, by the way.
It's so good. It's so good.
You give that to me, I will tweet that.
Yeah, okay. I'm guys, I made a meme based on the episode. I'm
gonna get a lot of hate for that.
Oh, dude, you're
Oh,
gonna-
100%. You get a lot of unfollows.
But tell me it's not completely accurate.
It's pretty accurate.
It is. You send that to me right now, and I'll show it to the lovely
Yeah,
people.
all right,
in
let's do
chat.
it. I'm gonna export it right now.
All right. We're gonna show you the meme Nick T made.
Yes, and this isn't shade on anybody or their opinion. It's a
No,
joke,
no.
but I just I find it funny.
While Nick T does that, we're going to jump into some donuts.
Absolutely.
And 15 donated $2 and said, "Hey everyone, hope all is well. What are you guys eating? We're having some hot wings and curly fries. Hot wings because Dylan lost the Nick Yagi bet. So we're paying that in forward, and we decided to just join with him and not leave him alone.
Hot
So,
wings and
yeah.
some curly fries. 15. Love you, man. Hope you're doing well.
I hope you're doing well, dude.
Nicholas Horton donated another £5 and said, "Wouldn't mind if season 2 of Sevens went dark like Zexel 2, but I still think they need to do away with the 13 episode arc limit." I agree with that part.
I do think
Season 2 can shatter that, right? Season 2, they don't have to keep doing
Yeah, why
that.
would they have to?
Get rid of the 13 episode arc.
I agree.
Definitely think it limits so much of what you can do, and it can sometimes hinder your story.
Yeah. I fully agree with you.
Kyle donated another $5 and said, "Goha 6666. Being a joke was part of it. Did you see the Brazilian priest auctions of a lasagna while in a hammock?
almost
Remember that?
positive he mentioned
remember
that
that.
last
He
week.
did.
No, he did. Kyle,
And you still haven't looked it up.
No, I have not. I have not. Because I don't even think it's true. I gotta look it up.
So you think Kyle is trolling?
You think he's
is
lying?
what-
I don't think he's lying. I just think that maybe it's one of those very obscure things that would be very hard for me to find. Although it is the internet.
You could find. I'm just cropping this.
Send
little
it to
bit, 'cause
him,
it's a
Kyle,
little,
on
it's a
Twitter.
little wide.
Mhm.
It's a little wide, so this looks fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
That meme is...
It's so good. He donated another $2. Kyle did and said, "This episode reminded me of that time Grandpa lost to me in chess."
Did you beat your grandpa in chess? Is this like a
I'm saying-
Queen's Gambit
Maybe.
thing?
That might be a Queen's Gambit reference.
Could be a quick
Great
game
show,
around.
but
Kyle,
I just
thank
know it's like
you.
a
Watch it.
grandpa.
Pete, I'm going to interrupt you because we actually have
Interrupt.
one on the link here.
Oh!
X-Slayer with the $1 donation. Thank you, X-Slayer. You are the man. Imagine we get a new shot of Otis in the opening, including new aces for our 7 characters that represent the ruins in Otis's lair, and maybe a crossover arc happening in Season 2.
Dude,
Bye,
there's
Seller
no
Hold.
way.
I'm kidding.
Sell.
Bye. I'm
Stop.
praying to God. Well, no, I'm not praying to God. I mean, listen, I love Easter
Hold,
eggs.
please.
Oh, please.
The one thing that I find very fascinating that I talked about last night, X-Slayer, we don't know what Master Duels look like in Goha.
No.
Master Duels in Goha could have links.
Yeah, why not?
No idea.
Why not?
No idea.
It's a new
You should have one more, I think, over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So X-Slayer, thank you, my man. New opening. I'm gonna be reacting to it. I'm gonna be doing a deep dive analysis. It'll be fun.
Should be great.
Elaine, 141906. Elaine, thank you so much for coming by, and thank you for the donation. Hi, Dylan, Pete, and Nick T. How are
What's
you
up?
guys doing
Hello.
today?
How you doing?
Also, my birthday is Friday, May 14th.
Happy early birthday.
I don't think I'm going to be live on your birthday, Elaine. So, quick happy birthday song. Elaine is a
Are you ready?
great
Long
person.
time,
Yes.
yeah.
3, 2, 1. Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
birthday,
Elaine. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Hope you enjoyed, Elaine. Have a great birthday. Thank you so much for
got
your
that part
amazing
down.
support.
That was nice. Yeah.
Thank you, Elaine.
He didn't give us much time for the tempo, but we caught on fast.
All right.
Do you was that money? Of course it was.
Of course it's money, bro.
All right, so this is the meme.
My name is Money.
I'm sorry. I do apologize in advance.
Just going to block out you guys.
That's fine, bro.
Yeah, we don't matter.
This is the Yu-Gi-Oh meme.
Oh, bro, what did you do? Oh my god. Oh my.
This guy. That is such a good cut. Oh, that is so good.
Oh, dude, that is
Completely unintentional. Hold on, what happened?
I mean, how
What
can
did
you
you
not?
do?
It's just one picture. How can you not find
Oh,
it?
this is it.
You just pasted it 3 times.
He really did.
This is it. Nick T at his best. Yu-Gi-Oh has switched to from the well-funded studio bridge to the underfunded studio gallon.
It is good. That is good.
Dude, oh my god. I just
So many times people will comment on my videos and say, "Oh, we need the real Yu-Gi-Oh back." And
I don't even consider this a Yu-Gi-Oh. And honestly, my hope is that they're gonna leave Bridge and the next Yu-Gi-Oh 8. This is actually just a spin-off show, and the next Yu-Gi-Oh.
that's a big
It's gonna be-
that's a big conspiracy theory that's out there.
Well, this is a side anime.
There's genuinely people who believe now. Studio Gallop have been quiet for about a year now. They're secretly working on the real Yu-Gi-Oh 7. And they're going to reveal it at Jump Fest in a year or 2. That is a real conspiracy theory that people believe.
They're not.
They are bankrupt.
They're back.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we've seen their-
I mean, come on.
We were looking at their history, last week or so,
yeah.
and they've been trending down in less and less things they've made in the last 2 decades. Like they're done.
They're done. They're done.
I mean,
Great meme.
they had a great run.
They had a great run.
They had a great run. Does not tarnishing their legacy, but they have gone downhill in terms of funding, in terms of staffing. We know that those are facts.
Yeah, they're facts.
Those are goddamn
That's it.
facts.
Mako Abe. I'll never forget Mako Abe. Yeah.
So
Rest in peace.
It was just a
No,
stupid
she's-
meme that I thought was funny when I saw it. He got switched from the well-funded attack department.
Those little
to the-
animations were great.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
funny. Very funny.
Jeez, oh man.
Even Dragears can get brought down by the corporate machine.
Yeah,
What does
demoted.
Caliber always say? 3 cheers for Dragears?
Something like
I think
that.
this is
3 beers for Dragears?
I thought he said. I'm not gonna. I guess.
Bro,
Next photo.
take the shot.
But
Oh,
It was in. It was in. It was just this. Dylan doesn't empty his garbage.
just want to thank you guys again for making us a part of your Wednesday nights. Hope you guys are having a good time. We always do, so thank you. We're gonna keep
Heck
reading
yeah.
some comments from you amazing people.
Some donos. Kyle donated another 5 real and said, "Imagine this. Opening 2 means a serious and time skip of about 3 years, making them about a Yuma, like Yuya kind of age. And then opening 3 is 2 years for like a Yugi Saki age. Ending in opening 4, they end at Yusei's age.
That'd be crazy.
Actually, I don't.
Time skips would be insane.
Yeah, but like short little time skips that make it like consumable. You're like, it's like all right.
It's
this
like
is-
6. Do the CW treatment. 6 months.
Yeah,
Is your,
perfect.
Your time
A lot
skip.
can change.
A lot of people forget Vrains had a small time skip
It
in
did.
the beginning. They showed
Oh,
that
yeah.
revolver scene, and then there was a time skip.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And then we
Still
obviously
doesn't
have
make
the
any sense.
ending shot was a 3-month skip as well.
Yeah.
So
Where Yusaku just lost his mind.
yeah, I
He's
think he
gone.
murdered like 5 people, didn't he?
I believe it.
Yeah.
Anyone that would stand in his way. I mean, he's looking for. He's
He's out for blood.
yeah.
Yeah. Janet donated another 2 Canadian, said, can't have a Yukio show without death.
We might.
Well, no. I mean, I really do think that first inhabitant of Mr. Goha is dead. So I
He's
think.
dead.
Oh,
They-
true,
Remember,
so
they
do I.
threw him down the garbage chute.
Well, that's
They literally-
unconfirmed. But Mimi is an accomplice to murder.
Yeah, no, I mean, she
100%.
found the
We,
body.
we overlook that too
100%.
often.
Here's the thing, right? This is what I'm imagining in my mind. This is what I'm picturing. She gets arrested at the end of the show.
Right.
And so then you're like, oh man, Yoshio, he's gonna be, go off to an orphanage, and then his dad, Galleon, shows in. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm here for you, son.
Wow.
My favorite crack theory.
Yeah.
I'm going to press Entame
Is
on
that Galleon is actually.
Galleon is
Press
the
it when
father.
she's here with the
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, she
I
doesn't have an
don't-
answer.
right, So
Right, well, she can't deny it.
No.
That's the problem.
But she- No.
Have any of you guys, and I'm gonna pose this question to the audience.
Janet, thank you.
Ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great movie.
Amazing.
But basically the premise, like, you think, oh, they're back in King Arthur time, right? But no, they're just LARPers, right? Basically playing out this big battle.
Yeah,
Turned out they were in modern times, and they killed a reporter, and they all get arrested at the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
it's great.
So like
the
a
best.
kind of a similar thing where
It's
maybe
literally
like
the best.
I'm just gonna look past this body and attain power.
Remember
And at the end, like, you gotta come with us.
Remember when the French are randomly in England?
Yeah.
They're just there.
Insulting him,
And he
yeah.
has no idea why they're there.
I spit in your
Such a
general
good movie.
direction.
God, I love
I
that.
do love that movie. But I can see a very similar scenario. Like, the show's... We're almost getting a happy ending, and then Mimi gets arrested.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have... I think we already had death, so I would disagree with that.
Well, no, I think you would agree with it then, because you did have the death.
No, didn't Janet say...
that you can't have a Yu-Gi-Oh without death.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
True. So we could have more death, is what she's hoping for.
I think we'll probably have at least
Eat
one
off
more death.
Death.
Yeah, death give her nutrients.
Him, Janet's a guy.
No, I'm saying Mimi.
Could see
Mimi.
the alien character dying. Could see that.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count. First of all, I don't think they're aliens. I think they're robots. And then...
Well, do you count Roboppi's
Mr.
death?
Crab is a robot.
I think at the end of the day, it is a robot.
I think the only deaths in Vrains were technically robots. I don't think any humans died.
Oh, yeah.
So I would count them, personally.
Well, do you count... Yeah, no.
I mean, we had a lot of humans die, but they didn't really die.
Right.
Because they always came back.
Yeah.
Well, other than Wendy's partner.
Actually, that's true.
He's dead.
His partner's dead.
He's legit dead.
He was swerving a little bit.
And so is,
Blood Shepherd's mom.
Blood Shepherd's mom.
Yeah.
That's right. That was another...
And the Zaizen's parents.
And the Zaizen's parents.
And Soulburner's
parents.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's just that
a
also...
lot of car accidents.
A lot of car accidents.
Dude, so many car
Vehicular
accidents.
manslaughter.
We all thought, like... Remember we would always theorize, like, they have to be related. They were not
Yeah,
related.
dude, random car accidents
It
all
was
over
just-
Japan.
We tried to make it like they were all connected because that would have made the most sense. When logically, Studio Gallup couldn't think of anything creative.
No.
So they just killed people
True,
the same
when you
way.
think about it, it's almost realistic where you're like, if I looked up the statistics for how many people die in car crashes each
That's
year
right,
in America,
Kagami died too.
then you could be like, well, maybe this plays into the statistic.
Yeah.
Remember Kogami, right? He died too. Revolver's dad or whatever.
right.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
He died too.
From the virus, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was never confirmed
They were
if
warning
Queen died. I mean, she went into a coma.
Yeah, I imagine she came back. But...
Yeah, but I imagine she's there.
She might as well have been dead.
Yeah, it's Reigns too.
I mean, Jesus.
They killed her character.
They killed, yeah.
Jeez, oh man.
The arc.
Jeez, oh man.
You wanted to put her in the Mother's Day special, but you couldn't connect.
We
if she had a
flashed
kid
her
or
on
not.
screen.
Oh, you did. Oh, you don't think too about that, don't you? Kyle donated another 5 real and said, I think Sevens will add a little bit of dark tones like the X-Drone user dead slowly until it becomes more dark by the end of the show.
Maybe.
One of those things where it's
I mean,
slow, it doesn't feel unnatural, but if it's some of the tones change slowly.
Well, I'll tell you, the only thing that's going to make the show get that way is a legitimately threatening and menacing villain.
Yep.
A villain of a Bakura status or a lightning status. That's the only... That's
Comes
the
in,
only way.
rips off Gakudo's head.
Well-
And you're like, whoa.
He's an 11-year-old.
and you're like, this guy means business. That's how you capture an audience.
Oh my God. Was this Invincible? Jesus Christ.
A little bit. Fender Bullet donated $5 and said, new opening gonna have some comedy visuals with blast beats and screaming.
Dude, I
Yeah.
love...
That would actually be pretty funny. I mean, that's why I don't know if the visuals are going to be comedic for that reason. I think it could be... I think we're going to get a lot of cool action shots. I think we're going to get a lot of cool monster shots.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
Yeah, that's...
Hopefully they do what some shows do, where at the end of Yuga Rook in 52, they play the new opening as an insert song, and that's the first time we hear it before the opening takes over. They did that in Soul Eater during one of the fights at the end of before Paper Moon switched. They played Paper Moon as the insert song opening too. So I would love if they do something like that.
I think that'd be so sick.
Yeah, because they already did Na 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 as the insert song for
That's right.
Dale Yuga. That was like the halfway
We get any
point.
miniscape stuff, like something like
I
that
would love
again?
it.
Roa Roman, we
Yeah.
might.
It'd be awesome.
Mini
Yeah.
might come back.
Actually,
Great
yeah, you
song.
could have it right at the end of, have a new song at the end of their duel
Yeah.
in the episode. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's great. I mean, Fender Bullet knows the way to my heart. It's just blast beats, so I agree with them.
He does. He does.
Thank you, my man.
And by the way, I was kidding about... Some people are
Yeah, it's like,
going a
whoa.
little crazy here.
Yeah, no one's
I was
head's
kid-
getting
I was,
ripped
I was
off.
kidding about Gakudo.
About what? About Gakuto?
Yeah, I was
Of
kidding.
course you were
It's
kidding.
not going to happen. It was sarcasm. X-Layer donated $10 and said, could Season 2 introduce the extra deck mechanic into Rush Duels, and the new opening will tease us with a new monster for both Yuga and Rook, like a dragon-like monster, or Rook and a warrior like for Yuga.
Very possible. I mean, I can actually almost guarantee. That was X-Slayer, right?
That was X-Slayer.
Thank you, X-Slayer. I can almost guarantee that we are going to see monsters that we have no idea who they are or who they belong to.
And we'll see them as the show progresses. Fall into
100%. That's pretty common in openings, X-Slayer. So I think that'll definitely be satisfied. As for seeing a new summoning method in the opening, was that the other aspect of it?
Yeah, will tease us also with a new monster and a new extra deck mechanic.
I think it would be hard to show off an extra deck mechanic in an opening.
Yeah,
I think that unless like they show two monsters like circling together like a fusion, then it's like holy shit! Like, are we getting fusions?
Or they show a monster from a previous show that the only way you could get it was a certain summoning method. And you're like, wait a second, is Synchros coming into the show?
Right, like a tuner monster. Yeah, you're right. So I guess they could. I don't think they will, because I think the next summoning method we're going to get is going to be Rush Duel exclusive X-Slayer. And so for that reason, I think if they do show it in the opening, we won't even realize it until after it happens. So that's my prediction on it. I think they're still focusing on maximums. The next set is named after maximums, and that comes out in early June. So I think the focus is going to be maximums for quite a while here with Sevens, honestly.
Big agree.
Kyle did another 2 real and said with the extra deck, imagine, so another one with this, with a Ritual, a Fusion, a Synchro, an XZs, a Pendulum, a Link Max.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Oh my God,
I mean,
insane.
I mean, the possibilities would be endless.
It would be endless, but you also have to realize that with Rush Duels, you're trying to keep the game a little more simplistic,
and I don't
easier to
think
get into, at least for now. Now, you could always expand it as time goes on. I think they will. But for now, I don't think they want, within 2 or 3 years of the game starting, to introduce all these new methods.
Right.
I think they're going to flesh out maximums as much as they can. Give Roman a maximum. Give Rook a maximum. Give Roa a maximum. Give Gakuto a maximum. Flesh out your maximums. Flesh out your maximums for your archetypes. And then when you feel there's another need to put in some injection, some new spice, that's when you introduce a new method. I think that would be very crazy to have all of those versions as maximums, but there's a lot of potential there. I would agree with that.
Absolutely.
And it's also, as much as I hate to say is I love the other mechanics that happen in the older Yu-Gi-Oh shows, it's just this show wants to be different.
Yeah,
it just is different.
Tell.
It is different, and I think the last thing I want to do, and I think I've said this before, is they don't want to tie those old methods to this show.
Right.
They just don't want to. They do want to keep it, as you said, simplistic, and confusing that with some of these other tuner monsters or the requirements for pendulums. Like, I mean, I think it'll get out of hand.
Yeah.
That's the last thing they want to do.
I agree with you to a degree. I don't fully agree with you. I think if you limit it to just rituals and fusions,
easy.
I think you can get away with that. Once you get into synchros, then I think it gets dangerous.
I agree with that, but this is where I disagree with you in the sense that I think once you open the door and bring in rituals and fusions, you will get non-stop comments about where are synchros, where are pendulums, where's XZs, and it's like I don't think you want to open that door.
That's a good point.
I think you want to make this very hey, we have maximums, maybe we always joke but like minimums, but like what if they just put it's another brand new thing, this is its own thing, and just get used to this. Doesn't mean there's anything bad with that. It's just that's not this show.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's a very valid point. I still
be cool though.
I've been saying it for a long time. I still think fusions are going to come. I really do. But as the weeks go on, my take on that stance definitely gets weaker and weaker.
You see a polymerization card, and you're like, and that's it.
Yeah.
Then the episode ends.
That's what they do in the opening. Yuga just flips the polymerization card, and then boom, that's the opening.
Oh my God.
Then we have to wait another 20 episodes for him to do it.
Like when's it gonna happen?
And he turns around and Yugi's in the opening. You're like, wait, and then we never get an answer. 60 episodes.
60 episodes. He's in the very last episode.
Now, what would you do? What would you do if you're watching the opening and a silhouette that's clearly Jack Atlas appears in it?
I mean, I'd be hyped. I'd be pretty
Now, what do you do if you don't see him until episode 1?
Or what if you never see him?
And then I'd be pissed. Then I'd be really
it was
pissed.
clickbait.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Then I'd be really, really pissed.
It would get me watching until the end of the arc. I'd be like,
oh yeah, and that's
my
how
God.
you would turn the whole fan base against you.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Bad.
You can't.
It wouldn't be worth it for the ratings.
No, they would never do that. That'd be nutty. That's the thing that's always exciting about an opening, because you never know, baby. You never know.
I'm excited.
We go.
Let's jump back to some donos. The best cowboy Nicky Yagi donated 5 Canadian. Said, in the new opening, we will surely have the face reveal for the 5 members of Goa. So I guess meaning the top of Hexagon kind of thing. The musical group Roa Roman band with Princess G and Tiger. Respect for Kaizo. He deserves to be treated better. He just wanted to take his revenge. That's all. The characters are not nice to him.
I agree with, well, to not talk about that last point, in terms of the opening, I agree with all of those characters except Princess G. Princess G, I'm not 100% sure she's going to show up in the opening. I can see Tiger and the other ones that Nick Yagi named. I don't believe we are going to get the faces of Top of Hexagon. I mean, I've said this for a while. I really believe Top of Hexagon is just gone.
Yeah, I think they're done.
I think they're faceless. I think they're nameless. I think that's that. I don't think we're going to see them again. So I also do disagree with that. But it would be great to see Princess G. I mean, what do you guys think of the Kaizo stuff?
I mean, I said my point earlier.
No.
I don't think Kaizo deserves any justice. I think he's been a kind of a piece of crap from the beginning. He's done some heroic stuff.
Yeah, revenge wasn't necessary for him. I mean, Yugioh repairs him nonstop.
Yeah, and his
literally, I mean, come on.
His reasons for being mad were completely made up in his head for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from Tiger slamming him against the wall, she did the same thing to Rook, and that was their own fault. Don't cause property damage.
And literally, if I recall,
how do you want me to feel sympathy for you?
Abusing power is great. Something along those lines.
Literally said something along those lines.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Doesn't need any
I
justice.
don't disagree with
and
that.
more than once. More than, like, it was, that sentiment was across the whole episode.
He's a sick kind of guy.
We love abusing power.
I don't disagree
You
with you.
have link one over there.
I don't disagree with you. Dark Emperor J, thank you so much for the $1 donation. It's me, Janeth. We got a new number. Here's the link. The link is not going to work, but I know what Twitter account that is. So let me look that up real quick. But cool that we got a new number printed in the game, OCG.
Woo! What's that mean?
Number cards are Zexel. Zexel.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Oh, just like, what's his name's mom?
Right, all those moms are from Zexel.
He's familiar.
No,
with
I
the
know, I'm
mom.
saying, but his mom was a number card.
Yes, he was.
That's why there's no coincidence why they make up 4 of the top 10.
And then he was like, "You nice." It's like, bro, you summoned your mom.
Yeah, famous dub quote. Oh, cool monster. That's a cool monster. Utopia, I'd
Dude,
imagine.
that is sick.
Yeah. Yeah, Zexel's got some cool monsters. Well, Janet, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the donation.
Very cool. Thank you.
That is super dope.
Please.
JC, Legendary Duels,
Oh.
donated $5 and said, not only did Bridge handle the females really well, but they also handled their side characters better than any other series.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I would agree with that
TBD.
to a degree right now. I think that's a big TBD, definitely.
But so far, it's been great.
But so far...
I like what they've done with some of them. Like, Ronde has gotten a huge amount of exposure lately.
Yeah.
He's a side character.
Yeah,
No,
we've got all our little groups. The journalism group keeps popping in back and forth.
Yeah.
We've got our food group there. Like,
I mean, Nick Yagi just won a duel.
Yeah.
That's a side character.
Yeah, actually, I probably would agree with him. I was just trying to think of all the shows.
I'm sure they've all had some good characters.
I mean, right now, from where I am, not doing great in Duel Monsters or GX.
That won't get better.
Really just killing my hope here.
That won't get better.
5Ds, I mean, I've liked what they've done with some of the side characters there.
Yeah, but from a quantity perspective, I would agree with Legendary.
For the
That
moment,
statement,
yes,
yeah.
I would.
JC, we love you, man. Thank you, dude.
Hope to see you soon, buddy.
Yes,
Definitely.
absolutely. Kyle donated
Daniel J.
another...
Edwards is here.
Yes,
Really?
he is.
Daniel J. Edwards.
Just tuning into one of my favorite channels.
Dude, we love you.
This
Follow
guy.
Daniel J. Edwards. He does some great stuff.
He's amazing. We're still waiting for him to have a fight against Dylan.
This summer.
Still waiting for that.
There's
Come
summer.
on down.
Well, yeah, come on the podcast again,
I just
man.
want to see you get
We'll talk
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's all
We'll
I'm
talk Varus versus Gore. That was a great duel.
That should be fun.
Classic season 1 finale duel.
Yes. But thank you for stopping by, Daniel.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Daniel.
it. Kyle donated another 2 real and said, now, Dylan said, I can hope in 42 episodes it will be what? Because then Kyle's...
Wait.
Yeah, that's all he wrote.
Read his next one, then.
So did he have another one here?
No, his next one is
No.
just... Yeah.
So Kyle, if you wanted to add more to that, just at me.
Unless it had to do with the one prior, but I don't think so either.
I don't think it did either. That's why I was looking at it.
No worries, Kyle. We'll figure it out. Thank you, my man.
T Pink Sap donated $5 and said, I think Tiger's going to win, and here's how Asana's going to pull out a maximum and Tiger's not going to have a maximum, and still she's going to beat it.
That would be disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, if Asana then had a new maximum or something like that, and then Tiger still won.
Would she be the only character to have ever beaten a maximum without having one?
No, you could beat Hunt. Oh, no, he had a maximum.
No, he pulled out a maximum.
Yeah, that's never happened in the show. A character beat another character without a maximum. Honestly, if they give Tiger a win, I have no problem. If they do it in that way, I would actually have a slight problem, because I feel like then you're making Asana look really weak. Yeah. If you give Asana a maximum advantage and she still loses, that's a little overkill. I think she can get away with losing, but don't lose in that regard. Yeah, that would be a little insane. But we'll see. It would also
destroy like any kind of power scale. Like it would make Tiger seem insane.
Which apparently, I mean, they're trying to build her up.
I mean, she is, but come on, insane. Bro.
Remember, the newspaper club said she purposely lost to Yugioh, and she's beaten Rook. She's the only character we know of that's actually beaten Rook. So. She's already being written pretty legitimately. Power scaling
and we
tough.
picked against her.
And we all picked against her. If Caliber wins this, that would suck. God. I promised I don't know what you're saying. I promised myself I would never let Caliber be the only one to get it right in a week. There's a chance that happens.
There's a chance.
We could just jump him.
Kaizo added. He said it was about Kaizo becoming a respectful character. In 42 episodes, we could hope that.
Gotcha.
Sure. I can see that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. You got another link over there. While you look for that, Alan Wilkinson donated another £2 and said, "Honey, wah 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 is silenced. Am I finally safe?"
Yeah,
so that was from earlier. And so for the rest of this entire stream, you will be safe.
We're going to figure that out, though. You're not fully safe from the honey wah wah wah. We'll get that back for next week. Limestone, thank you for another donation. Thank you for using the link in the description. I still can't get over how creepy some of Kaizo's faces were. You said
we didn't talk about
the most detailed facial expressions we've seen in Sevens so far.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. That is our fault that we didn't talk about that.
Terrifying.
Horrifying.
Dude, like stone features.
As soon as that came up and it was like human-like features there, I was like, is this a meme? Is this disturbing? Is it both?
It's both.
I just did not like it.
It was both.
Was it a JoJo reference?
I mean, you know what?
It could have been a JoJo
I'm
reference.
Gonna say no, but someone could swoop in and say definitely.
The double overtime one when he was about to win, that was the creepiest one. When it zoomed in and his face was all blacked out.
Yes.
That was creepy.
It was legitimately terrifying.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, no, it was weird.
And there was more than one. There was several different
expressions
that were
different too.
And all very detailed.
Yeah. It was creepy.
That's where they put like the entire animation budget.
Yeah, it was
the
right
entire
there.
budget in the last 3 weeks.
Wait, remember a couple weeks ago I was like, yeah, dude, they just like Hunt's design was just like way under animated. This is where they reallocated.
They had a board meeting about a couple months ago.
It's like Hunt,
and they said, listen, we only have so much money. They said these animations for Kaizo's face, they got to be on point. Yeah. Otherwise, the audience won't believe it.
But where did we cut?
Hunt.
Yeah, poor Mike, man.
That was it.
But thank you so much for the donation.
Goose donated $5 and said, redeem yourself from last week. What did Goose say?
Goose said, he said, sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone. And remember to keep things PG, positively Goose. I know the remember was not in there, but I added my own flair on it.
I like it. No, I like that. I like that.
Thank you, Goose. Appreciate it.
Goose, we love you, man.
Right back at you.
Goose, thank you, dude.
Soon.
AC, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Dude, it's going to be huge.
From now on, random people who... well,
not random people. The AC
not random people, but people who donate, I'm just going to randomly say AC.
So they can live 1,800 miles away. Come to AC.
Caio, AC, Brazil. Let's do it. Imagine you came to the States just to go to Atlantic City. Oh,
dude,
God, what a waste.
I would feel bad for
Yeah,
Caio.
that would be horrible.
Yeah,
we can't do that to him.
We'd have to at least take him to Manhattan. I mean,
we got to do something.
Yeah.
Nicholas Horton donated £5 and said Pokemon Journeys returns with a new dub episode to premiere in the summer under the new title of Pokemon Master Journeys.
Oh, did not know that, but that is awesome.
that actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, that does sound really cool.
Pokemon doing a lot of good things lately, man.
Yeah, they just had
the games,
the episode with
the shows. I mean, they're killing it all around.
Dude, they're an empire.
They are. I mean, they are a mega franchise. They are a mega franchise. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Kyle donated another $5 and said, "Are you saying in front of this million people that you have the social interaction with a girl? I'm gonna I'm gonna kill you because I am Kaio from Brazil. Everything.
What did I say about social interaction with a woman?
I think it was early on.
Was
You
it
said
during,
it early
was
in
it during the breakup.
I think it was. It
analogy,
was
maybe?
somewhere early on in this podcast. You did
Maybe
say
during the
something
breakup
like that.
analogy. I think that was it. But that can be a woman or a man. I think if you're broken up with, you immediately romanticize the relationship. You miss it. You think of all the good things. As time goes on, you get further away from the breakup and from the other person.
He remembers that joke.
Yeah, and Studio Gallup, that's...
And he also
the
said in front of
ex-girlfriend.
the million people.
In front of the millions.
And
millions.
I hope that's what he
of Yu-Gi-Oh!
remembers.
Everything's fans.
Oh, man. That's good. But thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it.
That's too good.
It doesn't matter.
And what guys will think? He came back doing another 2 real and said, lesbi wah 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 ship. Get that? Also,
I got
hashtag we are all seagulls.
Yeah, we are all seagulls.
We are all seagulls.
I am a seagull. If I added a shirt, by the way, I updated the merch shop, so you can check that out. If I had a shirt that just said I am a seagull with a seagull on it, would you buy it?
I probably did.
Absolutely.
I actually be more interested in the F Kaizo Nick t-shirt. That's the one I'm waiting
True.
for.
I need an F Kaizo shirt.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Because that really speaks to me.
F Kaizo.
You could do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
Like, you just do the F, you do the 2 stars K, and it's in like a thought bubble, and it's like Nick T in a little like kind of like animation cartoon style, and then Kaizo's there.
I was thinking about having Kaizo drawn on the shirt with a huge X.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
F
Like
Kaizo.
when you get like the strikes like
Yeah.
to their account.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Is Nick T on the back though?
I could have Nixie on the back.
Yeah.
You have to charge more for it.
I would because 2 designs.
That's true. We'll charge the Caliber's account. He's got
That's
money.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle then followed it up with another $2 and said, think gonna be Asana's loss because has the space to develop.
Yeah, she has time and space to develop. We'll see. It's going to be a tough duel, man. But Kaio, thank you for all the donations,
It's gonna be
dude.
such a hard pick.
Yeah, so he's picking Tiger.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I know a few people that are picking Tiger. So.
Yeah. Apparently, Entame is also.
Yep.
Is she, she's here.
Which is
No,
no,
someone
she
said
wasn't. But
Discord.
somebody said it. Not shocked. I mean, she's a Tiger stan.
Yeah.
so it's
But she
not
also loves
shocking.
She also
Asana.
loves Asana. But,
So.
you know. She also, though, remember, picked Yuga to beat Roman.
I'm not saying no. I mean, it's so hard.
It's a hard
It's
duel.
Not
such a
infal-
hard
I mean,
pick.
she's not
Hard to
infallible.
Her record's probably better than mine, though.
I mean,
Well, that's not hard.
Well, coming from this guy, he's number 1.
he's number 1.
I know, and that's why my words carry weight.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking from the top. He's looking down at us.
Yeah.
Well, that's been our whole friendship, though.
Yeah.
So.
It serves a good purpose. Look where I've gotten you. Electric Kevin donated 5 Australian and said Ash defeated Iris and is now ranked 99th in the world. He can now battle trainers ranked from the 9th to the 98th spots, where we will see many old new fan favorite characters.
That is so
sick,
cool. Yeah,
actually.
I really got to watch Journeys. I mean, I had heard that Iris was one of like the more least liked girls of like, you know, the Dawn, the May, the
Right.
Misties. But it seemed like the reception when it was announced she was coming back was very positive, which is really good. But then again, I guess if like even Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens announced that like, you know, Tori from Zexal was coming back, like I'd be excited about that.
Of course.
even
Is
though-
it just known at this point that Ash is a terrible Pokemon trainer? I mean, he's been fighting all this time. He just made the top 100.
Yeah, that's I didn't know that.
I mean, that's horrific.
I would have thought that maybe his rank like reset. I don't really know. I haven't followed.
Didn't he previously die? And then like that's that scene where like Pikachu
In the movie?
was like
That's the first movie.
That was a long time.
He should
ago.
have stayed dead.
My God, what is with you tonight? Talking about Gakuto's head?
Listen,
Jesus
I'm just
Christ.
saying. Pokemon's been on what 25 years.
Yeah,
You just made the top.
and he's still
100.
10 years old.
man.
25 years later.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing's really gonna happen.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing. Actually,
God, dude.
there's a comment about that later.
Oh, God.
Kaio came back with another 5 real and said, "Dude, it's a priest auction of lasagna on a hammock. You can find it on YouTube. I just don't know if it has subs, so look for Reddit." And then in parentheses he put, "It has to be." In
Okay,
Brazil."
I'll write it down and I'll look it up.
Look it up. He then came back with another 2 and said, "That's it. How you catch an audience and a trauma," and then followed that up with the return of Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing, which I felt was pretty fitting for this.
I love that. I love that.
So thank you, Kyle, for
Thank you,
all
Kyle.
those donations.
I wrote it down.
I found it.
Yeah, look it up right after. Nicholas Horton donated £5 and said, in a way, I still think that the Rush Duel mechanic alienates the card game because still no news for the Western release of Rush Dueling in the TCG.
You
want to take it?
I mean, no, I don't want to. I mean, I can just see where he's coming from there. I mean, like, for now, it does alienate especially the Western.
Yeah.
But I think do we have rumors of plans oh, wait, wasn't it filed?
Yeah, trademark was filed. It's coming, Nicholas. I completely understand, though, your feelings on that. And I really do think that there's people over in Japan that just don't believe anyone in the West is actually watching the show and even knows that Rush Duel is, like, what they are. I think that a lot of older corporations have the mindset that if a show is not accessible universally, that people won't watch it.
True.
So that in their minds, I think they don't think anyone in the United States is watching, Europe, other parts of Asia, Australia, even though the truth is a lot of people are watching.
Absolutely.
And so you do get that feeling, but I think it's important to know and keep it in mind, Nicholas, that right now, Rush Duels and Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens are not being marketed to us.
Right.
This is really not a show that we are supposed to be enjoying right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the reality of it. We are, and we can, thanks to the power of the internet, but we're not supposed to be watching it right now, which is kind of weird to think about, but
That's a good point.
it's the truth. Mm-hmm. So that will come. I know for a fact we are getting a dub. I know that for a fact. I know for a fact that Rush Duels is coming to the West. I just don't know a timeline on anything. I've heard rumors of the summer.
Yeah.
I don't have any
This
concrete. Summer? Yeah. That announcement's coming for Rush Duels.
Oh, the announcement's coming in the summer. I was like, there's no way the show.
No,
Dude.
I really think there's a chance this show won't start until Yu-Gi-Oh! 8 is airing. I mean, they're on a dangerous trajectory, 4K Media, now Konami Cross Media, where their dubs continue to start later and later. And yeah. I really, if they're going to dub Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, which I believe, I know for a fact that they are.
Well, Reigns is finally done, right? They finally dubbed that whole thing? Or is that still going?
But you still can't have all the episodes shown in the United States.
What?
Pluto TV doesn't have all the episodes. They stopped. Jay Bix wrote to me and said, any reason why they stopped airing the episodes on Pluto TV in March? Apparently they just stopped airing new episodes. So I don't really understand and know the intricacies of the rollout. I'm not sure why the rollout seems to be troubled every single
that's
time.
Where you should use your Konami connections.
I don't have any Konami connections.
Yeah, but for the dub, you do. And you should ask, like, why is this, like, becoming, like, a Canada and that's it thing? Like, why is the United States so alienated all of a sudden with a dub?
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird.
But, like, it is weird. And so my concern is that the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's dub might not start until, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! 8 is potentially airing. Mm-hmm. They're going down a dangerous trajectory. So hopefully, because we're already 50 episodes through and we have no news.
Right.
No.
So hopefully
I know what my question would be.
Hopefully we get an announcement soon. What was your question?
I would say for, like, the Japanese side of it, I would say, where the hell is Zexal? What is the deal with why this can't be literally anywhere? Yeah. Where's the rights issue? What the hell is going on?
That's a weird
one. The only Yu-Gi-Oh! Show that you can't find on a Crunchyroll or somewhere else.
Right,
So
it's
it's
very
nowhere.
Very bizarre.
Very weird.
Completely agree.
And to address, because the best cowboy Nick Yagi said, "Are you sure about that?" to us, and I assume meaning the dub. And in short, the short answer is yes.
Yes.
And that's all.
About the dub?
Yeah.
The short answer for that is yes.
That's
A few more to go here. Keon J donated $5 and said, "Hey Dylan, big fan of yours for a while."
That's a pretty new name, Keon.
Yeah,
I don't recognize.
Yeah, thank you.
We're usually
Keon.
pretty good with names.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that if Otis gets a maximum, it might be a retrained version of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Ooh,
that would be huge.
I like that.
How about that?
Great theory there.
That would be huge.
Yeah, I can see Otis eventually getting a maximum as well.
Actually, I'd be surprised if Otis did not get a maximum.
Yeah,
in a big duel.
And a lot of people talked about, maybe he'll just use Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but he can't. Blue Eyes is a legend card. You can only have one in your deck. You need 3 to create Blue Eyes Ultimate. But what if? And then we thought maybe there's going to be like some maximum card that like represents Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician.
Right.
And
But if you had 3 Blue Eyes, makes up a maximum then.
Right.
Like
3 maximum Blue Eyes cards. Yeah.
Shit.
That'd be nutty.
Either
I love
way,
that
I mean,
thought.
oh my god.
Either way, an Otis maximum is somehow going to be a callback, or an Obelisk related maximum.
Could be an obelisk.
Not an Obelisk. I'm sorry, Exodia. Exodia maximum.
Bam.
Would be sick.
That would be awesome. You got 2 more linked ones over there if you want to jump real quick.
So Keon, thank you so much for the donation, man. I appreciate you being a fan. I say this every time, and I don't say it to be an idiot, but I really do love the people that lurk. I mean, lurkers make up 90% of the audience here. Never feel any pressure to comment because we do not want you to feel out of your comfort zone. I obviously love people commenting and giving their opinions, but if you'd rather, after a long day of work, sit back, crack open a beer. Yeah. One person told me, he's actually a dueling Twitch streamer, he told me that he would always watch every episode of Into the Vrains. Sunday night after work, he'd pour a glass of wine, he'd put that on, and he'd just sip wine and listen to us.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds so
awesome. like do whatever you got to do, be as comfortable as possible.
That's so nice to hear.
It's, right? Yeah, no, it was awesome. Yeah,
I love that.
Duel Links Entertainment, Kamel, that's the guy. So, like, listen, we appreciate...
I feel like we would have a lot more of those moments if this show was more accessible to people.
Oh, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
It's just,
well, viewership for Sevens Up has been slightly down compared to Into the Vrains.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is...
accessibility.
Accessibility, and when we started Into the Vrains, it was pretty much at the climax. It was the last, 30 episodes, so it was hype.
So that killed it.
So Sevens, it took a little bit of time to build up.
Really pumped this
but
up.
accessibility is the big one. Accessibility is the big one. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, the fact that anybody, pretty much everyone with a Crunchyroll account would have been able to watch Vrains was huge.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to think about. And I don't think we think about this enough, even though we thank Enzume and the team over there. They do that for free.
Yeah.
Oh
so,
God,
if that wasn't done, they're getting paid no money. We don't have this show.
Mm.
And I think not only that's a credit to how awesome they are, but it's a huge detriment to the show of what are you doing? Why won't you recognize the Western audience?
Yeah.
So many people have said to me, so many people that watched Vrains have said to me, I hate going on GoGo Anime. I hate going on Anime 9. I hate seeing the porn advertisements.
Oh, some of them are bad, dude.
That I get.
Not only that, you have to wonder, are the subs actually translated correctly? There's always you get into those areas.
Yeah. So I get the fear of those sites, and people say, listen, I'm just gonna wait for watching the show. So,
which I mean,
sucks.
again, and I think I've said this a lot, especially recently, that maybe that was the case for some of the other shows, but right now, especially with Entume's team, it actually doesn't have to be the reality. It's very you don't have to have a torrent client or anything. You can go to the Entume Tumblr and download everything directly with release notes.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't know.
I know, yeah.
So.
Which that's why I always say it. Especially lately, I've been saying it often because if you don't know where to look, you don't have to look any further. Yep. You don't have to go into GoGo Anime. You don't have to go into Now Anime. Yeah. You can go directly to the Entume Tumblr, and it's all there, and it's direct downloads. It's easy.
Yeah. Elaine, I love those emotes. Dark Emperor, thank you for the $1 donation. The Yu-Gi-Oh dub is the reason why we keep getting Duel Monsters products. I mean, when was the last time TCG Konami gave us a spin-off product? I don't think the Yu-Gi-Oh dub is related to that. I think that Dark Magician, Blue Eyes cards, Gold Sarcophagus, the collector's tins, I think they just sell to people. And I think the reality is a lot of people in the TCG market have only watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. When I went to Locals, the one in Red Bank,
of course,
I've told this story many times. I asked around and I said, hey, I would be playing card games. I'm like, hey, just curious. And no one really recognized me, by the way. So that's a big indicator. I was
especially at the time.
Especially at the time, yeah. That was late 2019. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything had been around for 3 years at that time. And I was like, have you watched any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime? Are you watching Vrains? I know Vrains is airing right now. I'd kind of play dumb. And they'd be like, oh, no. I watched the original, but that was it. No, I know. Everything after that's kind of garbage. Yeah. And I would never say anything back. I'm like, yeah, no, I got you. But, I got to be honest. I probably met 20, 30, 40 people just listening to conversations, speaking to people. Your friend Mike, who I've met at Locals, he doesn't watch the anime.
No.
But he's very familiar with the original, I'm sure.
Everyone is.
Everyone is. And so I don't think the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub has anything to do with that. I just think it's a matter of those are going to sell for them, and they continue to sell. If they didn't sell, they'd stop making them. They keep making them because they sell like crazy.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah. And X-Slayer, thank you for a donation. There is now a problem going on with the card game that there are no products being sold in Target or Walmart due to the scalpers. And even more, some Walmart are not allowed to sell products due to the scalper issue. Yeah, scalpers are a nightmare.
They really are. Is that true, though?
Yeah.
I feel if I went to our Target right now,
they're going after Yu-Gi-Oh products?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon. Yeah, it's bad.
I thought it was bad with the PC parts.
Yeah, or PlayStation's bad, too. Nah, it's bad. People need to stop paying scalper prices. It's such an easy. It's such an easy solution. Why do I go on eBay? I ended up paying for my PS5. It took me months, but I ended up getting it at the $500 market price. Yeah. Why do people? When I go on eBay? Why are people spending $1,300 on a PS5?
Because they want it now. It's that kind of culture that we're in.
Oh my god! Yeah, that instant gratification. It's just crazy.
And that feeds the scalpers,
and that keeps scalpers alive.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bad situation. But it's the same with Yu-Gi-Oh products and Digimon and Pokemon. You know, don't pay these prices. And I know it's gonna suck, but if everyone came together and just stopped buying it at those prices, the prices would go down.
Yep.
It's like any market. The housing market, it's the same thing. Supply and demand.
I think I saw a graphics card that was like normally priced at like $600.
Yeah.
And they were like, a few people were selling it in like the $2,400 range.
No,
and I was like, literally F you.
Yeah.
Like 4 times the amount, literally F you.
Yeah.
But people bought it.
Yeah.
It still went.
I'm sure people
I'm in those discords, those tech discords, that people are like, I just got one. And they would say the price, what it is. I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I'd rather wait it like a year than.
Because not only, sure, you get it, but you screwed yourself because you paid quadruple the price.
Congratulations.
But you're also hurting everyone else in that community that wants to buy the product.
But they don't care because they want it now.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
Man, it's I
didn't know it affected.
And by the way, scalpers are the worst. I'm in no way. I know I'm being very negative towards the people that are buying from the scalpers, but obviously the scalpers are the scum of the earth in this scenario. So don't get that.
It's also they set up a lot of, especially in PC parts. I imagine everywhere they do this. PS5s do this too. They set up bots that automatically buy it.
Yep.
So you don't have a prayer. You don't have a prayer.
No,
like you're waiting on queue, but they're in and out.
Yeah.
The worst. And the final one we have right now is Electric Kevin donated 10 Australian and said, FYI, Ash and about 10,000 plus trainers entered the Pokemon World Championship. So it's the PWC.
10,000.
Where everyone gets a ranking and everyone starts at the very bottom, including Ash, regardless of past achievements. By the way, Leon is number 1. I don't know who that is.
Leon is the champion in Sword and Shield, so that's actually really cool. Sword and Shield, Sword and Shield. That's actually really... Or Leon... Hold on, Leon is the kid? No, Skip is the brother, or Hop.
Skip Bayless?
Leon, yeah, that's who I was thinking of, okay. Who's his, what's his brother's name? Is it Skip or Hop? It's Hop, right? Yeah, Hop.
It kind of looks like a knockoff Rook.
Well, click Hop. Hop actually,
your younger brother.
Yeah. I don't know, he doesn't look as, it's been a while since I've played.
Looks like he's wearing a Hershey Kiss.
So do you take it back, bro? 10,000 people, and it started this season.
All right, I'll take it back.
It started this season.
It's pretty impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, he cleared out into the 900 other dualists.
It's pretty impressive. I'll give him.
No, 9,000.
There's no past achievements are considered. We're starting right from the bottom. I'll give him that.
Okay, that's good. Well, guys, I think that's probably going to wrap things up. This has been a crazy long stream, as these seem to always be. We are coming to an end of Season 1. We have about 4 episodes left of this podcast before we're at our finale. I don't know if Entame is actually joining us for the finale, but I'll reach out to her soon and see if that's a thing. But of course, we have episode 48 coming up this weekend. I'll be doing the watch along for that. I stream on Twitch. Link to that is down below. Make sure you get your picks in. I'm sure I'll see some of you on Twitch. I'll see some of you in the watch-alongs. But these two guys, Nick T and Pete, thank you as always so much for all the amazing work that you guys do and all the help that you provide to the team. Follow them. They do some amazing things. Follow their promotions. Listen to what they got to say. And, love you guys. Thank you for making this show so special. Thank you.
That's sweet. What's up, guys? I stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/NickFightsMoms. I've been doing a whole lot of stuff lately. I've done Minecraft recently. I've done Super Smash Bros. Ultimate recently. Right now I'm playing the first Ninja Gaiden for the NES.
That's so fun.
Dude, oh my god, it's insane. It drove me crazy. But I love it. Might even do, I found a few more obscure games that I might kind of get into. So be on the lookout for that if you come hang out with me Sunday nights. Sometimes Mondays. I've kind of been spotty with that, but trying to do Sunday nights and Monday nights. So come hang, and maybe I'll do a daytime one tomorrow. Who knows? Be on the lookout. Who knows? Yeah. I also make music in 2 different groups. One's Mom Fight, that we're a hardcore band, really loud and noisy, and you can find us Mom Fight NJ on all platforms and Bandcamp and everything. We have songs you can stream everywhere. And I also write songs as Nameling. I have a record that came out in January that you can stream literally anywhere, and I would be massively appreciative if you did. My one song, New Year's Eve, I think is at 900 streams, trying to get it to 1,000. So if you have Spotify, or if you have any other streaming service, stream that song, New Year's Eve by Nameling. Thanks.
Yeah, run a channel, YouTube, Clueless Gamers. We wrapped up couple weeks ago now, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. All those episodes are live on the channel if you're interested in that, as well as our WandaVision reactions from a couple months ago. There's some trailer reactions there. Got some stuff coming next month with Loki, and Dylan and I will be doing Invincible very soon.
Nice.
So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned to the channel as always. And for any updates on that or just general things about my life, follow me as always on Twitter at pvacaro21.
Thank you all so much for, again, making this Wednesday night always so special. I look forward to it literally every single week. You guys rocked. Everyone who donated, thank you so much. I promise even more upgrades are coming to this stream and to this studio, and that is all thanks to you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Nick T and Pete, thank you guys so much for helping me out. We miss Calibro. Calibro will be on again soon. Everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, stay well. I'll see you next week, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.
See you guys.
See you later.
Peace.